Ryan Clark folded.
You think he folded?
He folded.
There's a very good reason to take it out because you don't want to embarrass your guests.
Yeah.
I asked everybody in a respectful manner, but then I take it out. What? And you had the nerve to stand on business with me?
Extreme. I don't know if you want to cut this out, but I'll put my fingers up so you know.
I don't want to hear no protecting black women no more from this unless he start putting them conversations in there. My Expert Opinion podcast is over. It's cooked.
Yeah.
Its time has
failed
come.
very.
This is top 10 on how to end your podcast. Be in there with no electricity and have a flashlight like we're at a campfire. Let me tell you what happens when you believe in a person.
Yeah, it's always a parable.
It's always
a Bible's
that.
tale.
And
Let me get a whiff of that. I need to raise my blood pressure.
Everybody get a hit, man.
you can do this at $25 a month. But 100 is crazy. I gotta have the whole course.
It sound like this whole stupid. Sound like he's the only one that really lost.
Yeah.
He lost an eye. Because just because you sleep in the bed every night doesn't mean that you're not homeless. Like, you look like Chris Hansen called you.
Right, right. Yeah, this one is crazy. Zoom in a
What
little
are you
bit.
going to do with this magnet?
Yeah, this one is sick, bro. This looks like Omar Gooden.
Yes.
That's perfect.
And mind you, I attached your picture to it. I'm like, how the did they get Omar Gooden to deliver passive aggressive one-liners?
It's funny though. I think there's a cougar out there that will always take care of it, like Dr. Umar.
Nigga, but that's a pretty good thing we should start doing. Like, you know, like, hey, it was a good watch this week.
Honestly, as long as the Brent idiots stop focusing on YouTube reaction channels, we can get a couple of these a month. See, No Jumper might be going broke, but Adam 22 is far from broke. Sure.
No, it's a that doesn't like his takes, but he likes the way he handles his business. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I'm
The
saying.
cool thing about No Jumpers, though, is that, like, through the wins and the losses, there's always moments like these that Adam has to where it's like, it feels like we're all figuring this shit out together.
But,
We won't stand for nothing. We can keep
long
it
story
in.
short, it was about
we'll fall for anything, nigga. Yes. Bum, beat them, people. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. You see, it's the pod about your favorite pod. And I'm your classmate, Tone Grove.
Jay Nobles.
AJ the Menace.
F-Mac on the boards.
That's me.
Yes.
White man is homesick.
White man got his tummy is hurting.
Yeah.
So like the video for the white man. Make sure you leave your hashtag office hours in the comment section below. Partner to end the show. We're going to answer some of your questions. But are we just going to throw what we did in Patreon?
No, those stay in
No.
Patreon.
Oh,
the
those
ones-
stay in Patreon,
the office
yep.
hours from last week were answered on Patreon. That's where we had to get to the
2
map.
weeks ago, because we weren't here last week.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, because we weren't here last week. Yeah.
But the new ones you leave under this will be answered the proper way next week.
Next
we'll be
week.
on time.
Through the proper channels.
Promise we'll be here.
And if you left the office hours and you want to see what we said about it, $5 Patreon, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? In case you wanted to hear how we responded.
And
For the
most of
average
the
consumer's brain, I just thought, oh, so you telling me to ask you a question, then you gonna make me pay for the answer? You fuck niggas.
It's only for this. It's only for
Yeah,
this
it was only
week.
for this, just because we were 2 weeks behind. It's like, nigga,
Yeah.
we're really trying to avoid having those 1.5 hour office hours at the end of the episode when it shouldn't be.
To where
like
that's
that.
his own podcast.
Right,
At the end of the
exactly.
pod we just did.
Exactly. So yeah.
And ironically, most of the people who left like videos and audio, they're already Patreon members.
That's true. That
Yeah.
is
So
that
they
is-
gonna
that-
see
that
that.
is a good
So they'll
point.
hear
Yeah, that is a good point.
But Patreon,
So
$5.
more y'all need to be. I'm gonna put it in the promo in the little sizzle.
Yeah.
Some of the questions that we answered and shit like that, just so you know.
Okay.
And
They
fade
can
the
see
black
proof.
right
Maybe I'll
before
put
we
like
answer.
three. Maybe I'll put like 3 in this main episode. That's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody feels like they're
But
getting.
we did do it for like an hour and a half. I think we did it for an hour and a half.
We also were bullshitting. There was a little bit
We
in
were.
between.
Yeah, we
There was.
were
We was
creating
figuring
action
out some
figures.
other stuff at the
Yeah, we
same
were.
time.
That's
Yeah.
true. But yeah, man, we back last week. Just a lot going on. It was Dreamville.
That was
the
it.
last Dreamville. That was it.
It was
I
a
had
lot
family
going
in
on.
town too, though.
Oh, well, yeah.
So it was like he had got here. My cousin Gary had got here like while I was at work. So literally, as soon as I got off work, I didn't get back to regular life till Monday. But then you're working. Yo, this week has felt like niggas been trying to catch up all week
Yeah.
because I had no weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even though shit was fun. Trip shrooms at Dreamville on day 2.
Yeah.
A word.
Yeah.
You
Saw
discovered
Jake.
yourself?
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Say, hey, old friend.
Hey, we haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
It's been since 2020. Erica Badu guided parts of the trip.
I was about to say, yeah.
Fantastic.
How was that journey?
That was nice. Like Erica Badu off them mushrooms is where it's
That
at.
should have hit your inner
That's
child.
it. That's it right there. Yeah, that's it. And then her too.
Her?
Sorry, not her. Thames.
Thames.
Oh, yeah,
Thames.
Did she do that Higher song?
I cried.
I listened to that sober and cried.
Shed a tear.
I cried. Yeah, it's a
I
little
believe
bit more. It's a little bit more than like. I wasn't. I was just like, fuck,
Yeah, like let me stop.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's like your
shit.
face is
You
just
couldn't.
leaking.
You just literally couldn't control it.
Nope. They just came. They was flowing.
He was
Damn.
feeling all of his feels
I
at
felt it
once,
all,
and they
yeah.
were being guided by her.
And on
what
top of that,
trauma came out.
And on top of that, like, I think she started like kind of tearing up. I'm trying to find the playback. I didn't look for it, so I'm saying I'm trying to find the playback of Dreamville. Like I was looking for it. I haven't looked for it at all. But I remember her like kind of getting
The
choked
shrooms
up.
making him honest.
You're right.
He's like, well, I just lied.
right.
Hold up.
There was if it sounded like she like got choked up a little second. Like thank y'all because nigga, when I say she started singing higher, it got silent. Like
That's the one.
The chatter came down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like niggas are screaming, of course, but higher we were all just like. We got to hear everything.
Even the
It
crickets was
real,
meditating.
Yeah, it was real quiet during that. And at the
Shit.
end, she was like, "Oh my god, thank y'all." That shit was lit. That shit was lit.
That shit was like a
Yeah.
sound bowl healing.
She was probably the most surprising, just because for me, like,
You wasn't going there for her.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I like a couple songs, but I never listened to a full project. No, nothing like that.
I was seeing
so-
a lot of Ludacris footage. I was surprised by that. I was like, yo, niggas
I didn't even know he was
fucking with
gone.
Ludacris.
Let's talk about it real quick. So, I mean, we'll just keep this is the beginning of the show. We'll talk about that.
Keep it light.
Ludacris was my favorite rapper damn near my whole life, and probably until like I was like 17. Like I love Ludacris.
That's
Until
a
the-
funny thing to say though.
It is kind of, but that nigga was hard. I mean, he's
Yeah.
still hard. But long story short, this is my first time seeing him live. So this is the one where you skip the act before, so you can get as close as you can to the stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the act that you want to go to. So I'm up there, nigga. I'm in the pit. It went from grass to like wood chips again. Like I'm in the pit. I'm
Yeah.
as close. I'm in that close group. It just at the end of the show, I was just like, man, I don't think I needed to see that. It didn't.
Wow.
It didn't satisfy
Did
my
you
inner
see Lil
child.
Wayne?
What went wrong? Was it the songs? Was it the way he performed it?
I feel like it was the way he performed. I think the Ludacris that I've always wanted to see live is Afro Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? Like
you know,
still
he's-
young and wild. He's so many years displaced from that though. You
Yeah,
know
You
this
what
wanted
I
to
nigga-
see
he
big
has-
forearm Ludacris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was just it. I saw extremely successful rapper,
Fast and Furious.
100%. He can go for an hour on pure hits.
Yeah.
He has his go-tos. He has everything formulated. This is just another day in my life. It was, I have the caller responses for in between each song. I have the same introduction to this record that I always have. This is
Yeah.
a copy and pasted formula
It just
that has
happens.
sold over 10 million records.
It was like
This-
a
beautiful-
residency in Vegas.
Right.
He just-
Which is a beautiful thing. Most of these niggas' rap careers do not turn into that, right?
Yeah.
But I just didn't see that. I was even
You
like
didn't feel
disappointed.
it.
I didn't feel it.
You
I was
wanted
even
to-
You think
disappointed.
that's partly your fault? Like, were you expecting too
Yeah,
much?
'cause
of the
you
nigga?
wanted-
maybe.
'Cause
you wanted
when
to
you were
see
a
the
kid,
myth.
when you were a kid, not only was you younger, but he was too, and he was
Exactly,
hot.
yeah.
So it's a lot of
And
different
like my
caveats.
first version of Ludacris, the song where I was like, God damn, this nigga's going crazy. Of course it was fantasy. That didn't do it from it was Saturday. I was like, nigga, this is crazy. What the fuck? I need that album. You know what I'm saying?
It was the most lyrically complex thing your brain had
it was
heard
just
at that time.
complete mayhem, nigga. Like
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this nigga's a truth. But even down to his outfit, nigga. He's in North Carolina performing at Dreamville. He's got a Michael Jordan. I was
Little
like,
corny.
I didn't like that
was-
shit.
yeah.
You
He
know
was
what I'm
head
saying?
to, he was
Like,
head to toe in the Tar Heels.
yeah, with white Air Forces. I just didn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Because it
Like,
comes off as pity, like, I'm doing this for y'all in North Carolina. Like, first of all, nigga,
Yeah.
you're at our festival. We don't need, like,
yeah, I don't need you to put
we don't
the
need
Jordan,
you to level with us, nigga.
Yeah, I don't need you with the Jordan
Yeah.
matching short and jersey set.
Yeah.
Well, it's you just wear what you would wear today. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I did not like that shit, bruh. And
I saw his
I'm
outfit,
getting
too.
excited during like
He
the
embraced you
songs.
and you hated it.
But I just I don't know, man. I guess the Ludacris I've always wanted to see was Afro Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You wanted to see the myth, and he's the man now. It's kind of like
yeah.
going to see T.I., but you
That-
just get Clifford.
That
Or
fucked
Lil
me
Wayne.
up. That fucked me up a little bit. I still thought it was a good show. I'll give him that though. Even though he's like he might be out there with a suit performing, he's still an angry ass nigga in that suit. Like
Yeah.
Still a
I'm
trap
getting,
king.
I'm still getting the trap king for sure. Like I give T.I. that. I seen him live like twice, and shit is impressive every time.
Words.
Yeah, hell yeah. Every word, no backing lyrics. He's rapping, nigga. Like
Yeah,
he's
that's
going.
impressive.
Yeah.
Was Luda the only disappointing performance?
I heard Lil Wayne didn't do that great.
Lil Wayne, I think he killed it. Big timers. I don't know what they were rapping about. Like, I don't know none of them songs. I was like, I'm not old for this
Lil Wayne
shit.
killed it?
Lil Wayne, I thought he did great.
So
I
he
thought
just didn't care
For
about
what
the
it's worth?
funky ass
For what
tickets
it's
you bought.
worth? Or like Lil Wayne
No,
did
no,
great?
he did
Because
great.
I saw him at
he did great.
I saw him at PNC and it was okay.
Yeah, no, he did great. He was because I've seen mid Lil Wayne performances before,
Yeah.
and I've seen good ones. He did good.
He sounded good too.
He sounded good. Yeah, he was good.
You can't
bro.
believe it.
Engineer was
good.
working overtime.
He was good, bro.
Hey, it's
I
Dreamville
enjoyed
though.
it.
Dreamville is a different level of severity, especially the last one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of got to bring that A game a little bit.
Cole always does great. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, nigga, I've seen this nigga live like 6 times. Like, he's obviously one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I seeing you live so many times?
Yeah, like you got to be honest with yourself.
I gotta be honest with
At a certain
myself.
point, you don't.
And the crazy thing is, I'm not even like about like the mixtape that blew him up, Friday Night Lights. That's not even my favorite project by him.
Did you like it though?
It was cool.
It was
yeah, I
definitely
did
good.
liked it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good, but that's not even my favorite project. That's the one of the. That's his cushion orange juice. You know what I'm saying? Like
Which one do you really like hold in that favor?
it's the 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Oh,
That's
so you
my
didn't like
favorite,
none of
too.
the mixtapes?
No, I liked a lot of the mixtapes, and then I remember when he went on this EP run. I really loved those.
Yeah.
So, but it was just that was just the biggest one. But I liked that it just didn't do what it did for everybody else.
Yeah,
But
that
Forest Hills Drive was like
Forest
the
Hills
official
Drive
stamp.
is when I was like, he's in my top 3 or
Yeah,
top 2
that's
for
fair.
sure. Yeah,
That was a good time.
but he was always in the top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was such a good
Yeah.
era in music, dog. I was thinking back about that shit the other day. It was like Take Care. It was Kendrick.
nah.
It was Forest Hills
I was
Drive.
a lot of people
Yeah.
coming out too. Like Mac Miller, he was popping.
Those
Didn't
are
Kanye have an
those are
album
our
in that?
like they're turning into legends now. Like these niggas have been around for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
a lot of those people, and that's why it's interesting when anytime you talk about rappers and longevity. Like I'll think about the 2016 Double XL cover. How pissed niggas were.
I thought you were going to say Cavaliers.
No.
Yeah.
So they were now?
How pissed niggas were because it was Lil Yachty, Uzi Vert, 21 Savage,
Everybody who's here now.
Lil Dicky.
Denzel Curry.
Lil Dicky, Denzel Curry,
Kodak
there?
Black.
Kodak Black.
You s-
It was like niggas were Kodak Black disrespecting the beat.
Yeah.
Who to get terrible freestyle.
Yeah.
21
Yeah,
goes
beat.
crazy. Like Yachty, and these niggas are still going 10 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or almost 10 years later, 9
Almost
years
10
later.
years.
That was a heavy class, but niggas hated them niggas back then.
Yeah. The people, the older
They
generation.
hated that class, bro.
I thought that
That was the face of
but that
mumble
class
rap.
is going crazy still to this day.
class was
You
phenomenal.
seen Cardi? #1 on Billboard 2 weeks, nigga.
Glorilla had a great performance. She killed it.
I heard
She
that.
kills all her
Glorilla,
performances out
yeah,
here.
I never seen her live, but
Yeah.
I see why she would sell a stadium out.
She seems like a
killed it.
consummate professional.
Yeah, she's up there. You can tell she's really up there working for sure.
She has
Yeah.
a
She
wrestling
knows that this is
outfit
a
on.
job, but she brings that shit every time.
But I think that's what Yo Gotti. That's why I've always liked Yo Gotti's like when he brings somebody in, we really see we really see them work it up to the top. Like
Yeah, when it works.
yeah, like the ones that work obviously. Like Black Youngster. Like
Yeah.
we just thought he was funny for a while on the internet.
Yeah.
And then slowly but surely, he got him a hit. Booty.
Booty.
And that shit went crazy.
Yep.
Like,
Been shaking
niggas
ever
love that
since.
shit. But before, it was just this wild ass nigga on the internet that we thought was funny as hell.
Yeah.
But he finally got him a hit. So, same with Glorilla. Came up and he's still going strong.
Yeah, nah, she making hits, nigga.
Hell yeah. She definitely getting money for these features. She got a song with Jello.
I seen that.
The day was
I
before.
seen that. The views is up on YouTube too. I seen that. I didn't listen to it though. But yeah, man,
great look for him.
that was a recap of like Dreamville last week or whatever.
I was about to say Dreamville.
Yeah, but let's jump over to this show, man. Let's get it going. Still gonna start off light. So I think just before we really get into these topics, a couple good watches that I had over like the last 2 weeks. So one of them is old. It's the Vernon Maxwell Up in Smoke or All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and damn, I was just hoping one of y'all would say the other dude's name.
Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson. Yeah, because I forgot it. But yo, that Vernon Maxwell shit, did y'all see that?
Nah.
When he was
Vernon Maxwell is crazy. This nigga's crazy.
he
So
has
he's from
a
the bad boy
eccentric
era of
personality.
he's from the bad boy era of the NBA.
yeah.
Punching niggas, breaking fans' jaws, having constant beef or like arguments with Michael Jordan, like just
He's the reason they have more rules now.
they called him Mad Max back then. But
He's a wild
yo,
card.
this nigga is a wild ass uncle that uses motherfucker every other word.
Yeah.
Has good ass stories. Like average consumer wise, I just like got caught up on a trend of or a feed of the shorts. And everyone was so perfect. I was like, I gotta watch the whole thing.
Yeah, you
that
gotta
one
see.
episode.
I have to see the whole
What
thing.
is this nigga's story? I gotta find out.
Do Vernon Maxwell, all the smoke.
Yeah, nah, he's
And then we'll just go to shorts because it doesn't matter what fucking short we click on, it will be hilarious.
I was about to say it doesn't matter what year too. He's always been this way.
Here we go. Yes, yeah.
First one.
Yep, first one.
You like the Michael Irvin of basketball.
Is there any truth to Hakeem slapping the shit out of you at halftime one time?
Lot
What happened?
of truth and shit.
He said there's a lot of truth to it.
Motherfucker, a lot of truth in that shit. That motherfucker like he scrape his hands on the ground and shit. Motherfucker, oh my goodness. That hit me so goddamn hard. We was in Seattle. Goddamn, I'm having a bad first half. So I'm mad. When I get mad, I should spit. I'm walking, I'm spitting. And the niggas, Sam sitting up and Robert beside me. Man, it's gonna be all right, Max. Come on, man, you're gonna be okay. Man, fuck this shit. Man, these niggas ain't giving me the ball. This nigga won't pass the ball. Man, fuck this shit. So Dream behind me, and Dream like, Maxie, what the fuck is you doing? That shit's not professional. Don't do that shit. Stop that shit. I was like, Dream, man, fuck that shit, man. I'm tired of you too. And why would I say that shit there? I shouldn't have said that. Because he came in and put his goddamn hands up, big old hands on me.
In the locker room?
Oh, man, he slapped the shit out of me when I sat
Coming from the back?
down. Oh, man, way from the back. He slapped the shit out of me so hard. I mean, I thought a motherfucker punched me. He slapped the shit out of me. Man, them little ass hands. Shit, that man slapped the shit out of me, man. That nigga killed me.
But hey, but knowing you had to do, what'd you do?
Well,
You tried to get yourself together. He's like, well, I'm glad you asked.
Nigga is crazy.
well, I got, you know, I went crazy in that motherfucker. Everybody was running and scrambling. Yeah. I tell you that. There's a lot of motherfuckers scrambling in that mother when I got there doing what I was doing. So I went crazy in that song.
There's only one thing after a big nigga like that slapped you.
You got to,
I'm going to get that too.
why you better know it?
Is there any truth
Yo, this nigga is
Hakeem
bro.
slapping the shit?
This interview is an hour and 25 minutes. It does not stop. From the very beginning, they do the introduction. He's like, man, you know, man, I just want to thank you niggas for having me, but I just got to say one thing. What the fuck took you niggas so goddamn long? Like, bro, it starts off.
Well, you know,
Hilarious, bro.
Did he have any coke stories?
Hell yeah, he talking about
Because he's from that era of the NBA.
Yes, this interview, I'm like, we just need the bad boy era of them. Honestly, just like how a lot of these bad boy era from the wrestlers are popping up and doing their own podcasts and shit like that, and they're all good. Like we need that from this era of NBA.
but he also like he's kind of deranged. Like a couple months ago, he kind of broke the law of the NBA of like exposing niggas. He was like, yo, if this NBA player asks you for bread, don't give this nigga no money. He ain't shit. I gave this nigga $10,000 a couple.
Oh yeah,
you remember that
he
shit?
He talked about that.
Oh, he talked about that? Yeah, nah.
Because this came out a month ago.
Okay.
So
they
that
probably
could've been,
brought that. That
they just brought it up
re-brought it
as
up.
in tell us about the time that nigga owed you 10.
Yeah,
like,
$10,000.
it was just
How'd
a
that
story.
go?
Yeah,
Yeah, he went on IG Live.
bruh.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah, this nigga is
something.
hilarious, bruh.
Yeah.
Let's watch one more clip and then we'll move over to the other just good watches.
Man, I was
Showing love, boy.
Number 2 all-time leading scorer in SEC history, 2,500 points. You had a little situation in NCAA because you wanted to get paid and make some money. They erased your numbers your junior, senior year. What kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, see, now that's another form of racism out here, what we talking about.
Yeah,
You know, we drug testing and shit. So I ain't know nothing about motherfucking drug
pause real
testing.
quick on this. Yo, that shit was funny because before he jumping up like that because Matt had said something. And then he said this shit like 7 times, and it just kept getting funnier. He said, "Damn, nigga, I'm so glad you brought that up. Let me tell you about this story." And then he just went into the story, and they were like, "Man, I'm so glad you brought that shit up." Bro, that shit was funny as fuck. All right, we can keep going.
And all this shit like that right there. You know, I'm blowing, and I'm blowing. I'm snorting, I'm smoking. You know, I'm doing it all, and I'm drinking. You know, shit. If I'm blowing, I know I gotta be doing that. I know I'm gonna be drinking, so I gotta get the drain going. So I get busted
Real
on
drug
the
dealer.
first
I mean,
test.
drug addict.
I'm like, oh shit. So they came to me, they said, all right, we just letting you know you failed a drug test. All right, so watch yourself. So I was like, all right, cool. Week came, shit, I failed the damn next one. But I'm like, goddamn.
You just tested.
Well, yes, I'm just like, goddamn.
We ain't gonna get 30 days.
How's my name? Come on, man. Thank you, man. How my name stay in the motherfucking hat? And I'm finding out these motherfuckers got my name in the hat like 10 motherfucking times. And everybody else naming there. Some motherfuckers might not even have their name in the motherfucking hat because, you know, we ain't got but 15 players on the motherfucker, so they gotta have 15 names in there. Shit burning in that motherfucker 10 times. So goddamn, I'm getting picked
I can't
every
do drugs
fucking
and peace,
week.
nigga.
I mean, goddamn. So, you know, I done fucking, like, they supposed to kick me out of the damn Steve. They supposed to kick me out after the first fucking semester. I was telling the damn head leading alumni, I was telling them, man, these motherfuckers are fucking with me. Because, you know, they got my name in this damn hat like too many fucking times. And then we did a little investigation and it was like that.
Oh, really?
So we figured it out. Yeah, it was like that. But see, they don't talk and tell the truth. So the motherfucker was like that. So, okay, so they started me all back over. So shit.
Oh, you got to reset your clock.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
All the way back to
That's a big
zero.
deal.
All the way back
That's a
to
big
zero. But, you know what I mean? I made it through that. But then a week before the draft, 2 weeks before the draft, we down at the Combine down in Orlando. And then that's when I saw my damn picture in the USA Today. Vernon Maxwell fails drug test at the University of Florida.
Wow.
I'm like, God damn, I was finna be a lottery pick. I went from damn top 10 to damn 48 out of 50
48,
picks.
yeah.
God damn, and that fucked me up, man. I lost so much. It was bad. And then they take my records away from me.
Y'all gotta make that right, Florida. Y'all
Yeah,
bullshit.
come on.
Number 2 all time.
Nigga, Coke was so casual back then.
Yeah.
It just happened. Like,
It's so casual, you had to drink with it.
And it's probably not too many of them that'll be honest. There's probably only a handful of niggas from that era that are willing to be that honest. He's obviously a wild nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Jordan, I don't know what documentary it was. I don't think it was The Last Dance. I think it was one of the joints that they did before that. He was kind of talking shit about the previous generation of Chicago Bulls. Like,
Oh, yeah, when he got Last
first
Dance.
got into the
It
league.
was Last Dance.
He's like, these niggas was cokeheads and
Yeah, they had coke in their socks.
they had strippers in the hotel rooms and shit.
It was definitely Last Dance. He said
Even
that.
with the Lakers one, what's that called?
Showtime, Winning Time.
Showtime. Yo, Winning
You
Time.
talking about the show or the documentary?
The show.
Yeah, Winning Time.
What was the name? Spencer. There was
Hayward.
a drug addict in that fucking era.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. It was that black dude.
It's the,
It was played by the dude from.
he had that thick ass mustache too. I
Yeah.
forgot his name.
But it was drug addicts. Something, yeah. Throughout the whole league, it was just a
Well,
thing.
you know, Magic and Birds eras before Jordan.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Jordan, yeah.
But shit, yeah.
But yeah, that was a good watch this last week or something that I just watched recently.
You
But
think he's still doing coke?
No, not no more. But the other one is a Brilliant Idiots episode, Whispers from the Moped. That shit was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. Chris had a story like and I wasn't even watching it. I wasn't even like looking to watch the latest Brilliant Idiots or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But every time I would open Reddit, it would be a post on my feed, and it was like, yo, this last episode, this can go up with some of the greatest episodes. And then they were like, and then it's Chris Monroe. Chris Monroe now in the subreddit has a, I think they call them flares.
Yeah. Or like tags.
Tags or whatever. He now has a tag in there now. But it was
He earned it.
He earned a tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how good the episode was. So I listened to it. And I was like, nah, that shit was funny, bro.
It
It
was
was
just the moped
funny
part.
as hell. The whole thing, because he was just on one, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he was being himself, bro. He was turned up though, because it was like, even how they even got to the Moped story. It's like, Andrew and Charlamagne are just kind of just like having a conversation and went political. And then he said, yeah, lock them all up.
Yeah,
and they was
fuck
like,
'em.
Yeah.
Niggas was like, what?
Yeah.
He said, no, they need to lock up. Then he was talking about, nigga, I got hit. Nigga, I'm laid out on the ground. I was like, what the fuck, bro? That shit escalated so crazy. Like, with so much passion and conviction behind it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, bro, this is some good shit right here.
It went from Chris going through a moped crisis to all of New York in a state of emergency over these niggas.
Yeah, bruh. It was fucking hilarious. So that was a good one. And then I was like, I started thinking, I was like, yeah, like you don't get, we didn't get those episodes don't come out like that no more. Like, honestly, as long as the Brent idiots stop focusing on YouTube reaction channels, we can get a couple of these a month. You know what I'm saying? Like,
As long as they focus up.
focus up.
Keep the noise out.
Live your life.
Cut off all the slack.
Keep the noise out.
Yeah.
Live your life. Have a good ass time, nigga. Let's get back to why we were here. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't want 30 minutes to 40 minutes of you complaining about some
want
shit you
funny,
didn't agree
nigga.
with. Yeah, we want.
About podcasting, podcasters that podcast about podcasting.
Let's just leave that out. Let's get a couple more of these episodes in. Just back to back. Cause yeah, that would be great. But those are my good watches. And then also last night, if you haven't seen it, the latest episode of the LOY, the show, episode 239. You know, that y'all just shot. That's out right now.
That is
Oh,
out.
yeah, by now.
I'm sure I know that's a good
Featuring
watch.
That's a very good watch.
Very
Featuring Dom
good
from
watch.
Potty Mouth.
We
Well,
talk.
Potty Mouth, the whole podcast was there.
And speaking of politics, we get political too. Make sure you watch it.
We break down the kayfabe that is Jay Nobles.
God, I can't wait to see this shit.
All he did was say what I've been saying to this nigga for weeks in a way that he respected.
No.
It was beautiful.
No,
It was beautiful.
He knows more than Tony.
Yeah.
And Tony was just like, yes, somebody that is better than me. You know, he was just like, oh my God. Like,
Hey, F Mac, you be here.
back of the
so-
You
donut.
here for every LOY
But it
episode,
was-
you know.
So you off the MAGA?
No, not
I don't
yet.
wanna- I don't wanna spoil it.
I
But
was
he's-
never.
Because I haven't seen it. I need to see it too.
I was never on the MAGA. I just chose a side. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is sometimes.
That's what it's like.
You
to be
can't
on the
say that
MAGA.
you was never on the MAGA, dog. It's a part of Osmo Sports and
Yeah,
shit.
right,
But
right,
nigga,
right.
that's a part of your lore.
Yeah, that I didn't make. Y'all invested in y'all.
sure-
No,
lore.
we
But-
didn't make you vote for the nigga.
Make sure
but-
y'all fuck with our action figures. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Make sure you repost them to your stories. All
Yes,
that. Yeah.
yes, yeah, because that's out now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a great episode. Shout out to Potty Mouth Dom for. But yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
they
it,
talk
though.
about politics every episode.
Who?
Brilliant idiots. That's what it feels like.
Just about now.
That
But
too.
it's kind of
they
can
get it
cancel that
in.
too.
They at least they
it's
try to
hard
get
to
in.
avoid. Like
Yeah.
every week is some new shit to where it's like, all right, you either think that Trump did something great or you think he fucked it up
We
again.
can't not say something.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's also there's a certain level of these are my interests now, right? We were there before for their interests, but you might not like their interests now. And now it's like, nigga, fuck your interests every week because this shit is terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because back in the day there was less consequences. Like they
Yeah,
were younger, so
yeah,
their interests
yeah.
were looser. It was just fringe
Yeah.
stupid shit. But now these niggas both have daughters.
because Chris has always been political too. It's
Yeah.
not like he hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying?
He's been
It's
the political guy
Yeah,
for-
he's been the political guy. It's just
He was old when we met him.
right, right. But yeah, man, great episode though. I didn't watch the recent one, but I don't think it matters because that other one was that's one of them. That's in that.
That's
I'll say
actu-
it's up there.
But that's a pretty good thing we should start doing. Like, you know, like, hey, it was a good watch this week.
Yeah, good watch. Maybe yeah.
Flagrant had one. I forgot the dude's name, but it was this Indian dude that he's kind of I think he's like a billionaire, they say. But he was going on and talking about the whole Trump tariff situation.
I saw the thumbnail.
Yeah, it was good though. It was a good
was
watch.
good. It was
solid
good. Okay.
watch.
Saw the thumbnail.
It was great background noise.
Gotcha.
He's rich. Yeah, he's rich enough to be classified as
show.
a billionaire.
Facts.
F Mac, you watch anything good this week?
Nope.
There wasn't anime.
Any corn?
Not that I could think of or remember.
Yeah, AJ need the link.
Stat nigga.
Yo, let
Just
me get
play
one
with
of those.
the boys.
Whichever one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess since we kind of ended that with Brent Idiots, we can jump over to the pivot and Andrew Schulz on the pivot
Oh,
in a second.
As soon as he
You ready?
gets this under control.
It was on mute when I hit the button.
Yeah, we're ready.
This nigga didn't even know he was fucking up.
Hey, F Max not used to being on the boards like
It's
the video
okay.
for F Max.
He's controlling a lot right now.
Yeah,
All right,
nah,
let's
he
get
got
it.
abandoned.
Yeah. Andrew Schulz went on the pivot. And this is probably almost a year post.
Think that long?
If I don't know, it could have been 6 months ago, but it felt like a year post his back and forth with them about protecting black women. Who's the host of the pivot again?
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark. So Ryan Clark.
Well, there's two other dudes.
I forgot the light skin dude, the swinger's name.
Yeah, the nudist.
Oh,
There was a moment in time when I would just like watch the clips, but it felt like we were getting really personal into his life, and I said, I don't want to know that.
Yeah, it got a little deep.
It got a little crazy. I think they kind of full, but it was just a little too much.
A little
marketing.
bit too mature for most audiences.
Right. But long story short, Ryan Clark went at Andrew Schulz during the Shits and Gigs time period. Yeah, that wasn't a year
Because of that.
and he was saying, protect black women. You got these dudes up here. You're making jokes, blah, blah, blah. And he was standing on shit for real. Also, within that, I remember him also saying that whoever his black friends are need to be checking him. I don't know if he used Charlemagne by name, but he might have just said black friends. But we can watch it because you put the original.
Yeah, it should be the last.
So
it should
under
be the
pivot-
last link in there.
Yeah, let's just watch what he
And
said.
the other dudes' names are Channing and Fred. You know, we gotta.
And you could just go to like really like
respect
15 seconds.
15
They
seconds.
They start right in.
Who have a very popular podcast in the UK, and it does like relationships. They read tweets and about stories. They were sitting with Andrew Schulz, and they started talking about the black woman effect. And they were mostly talking about it like in the Travis Kelce case, right? The fade, the beard, stuff like that. And Andrew Schulz said it's a defense mechanism. And he said, you know, because you might get beat. And he also said that some of what they did was in protection because they were always complaining. And the other two, the two black men.
You know, hearing him repeat it back, I remember this moment, but hearing him repeat it back, it sounds so ridiculous out of his mouth. That had to be a joke, right? like it sounds ridiculous him repeating it.
It depends on perspective, AJ.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Because
though.
Andrew Schulz, as a name, if you don't see his face,
right?
It's like, whoa, what the
Because
fuck?
I'm listening to it right now. I'm like, yo, this sounds fucking crazy.
I
right?
go, it's so absurd. It has to be funny,
right?
or it has to be non-intentional.
Yeah, bro. Because this is wild. Just hearing a nigga repeat it. Because I remember hearing Andrew say it, but just how he heard that shit is funny.
Yeah, how black women heard it.
Right. All right, we get play.
And just sat and laughed. I think they've taken a lot of backlash for that. Obviously, Andrew Schulz had taken backlash for it. What are your thoughts on being in that sort of situation and how to handle it?
I would first say, you know, I've dabbled in the comedic side of things, and you push the envelope with that. But with that, I don't know how y'all feel. I've never heard of the black woman effect, because that's all I've dated. So I don't know if there's a white woman effect, Indian woman effect, Asian woman effect, but to speak on black woman like that, that's all I was raised around. That's all I've ever dated. That's all I know. That's all my, you know, all I've been married to. Obviously, only been married once. But there are certain things you can't do. And so with Schulz, it doesn't have to be combative and fighting and getting up acting crazy.
It's really about Ryan Clark. It's not about you. Sorry, buddy. But
Shout out Channing though.
Yeah, shout out Channing. So that was the original statement, and now he has officially gone on the pivot. And I mean, how y'all feel about this shit?
When I was first watching it, I was like, damn. I was disappointed at Schulz because I felt like he was kind of taking the easy way out of certain things they would say, but eventually it got to the point where he was kind of working the room. Like he had started using their logic against them to where I was like, all right, I see the argument that Schulz is making.
He pulled the hypocrisy card, like the whole, well, you've had abusers on here, you know, that have actually like hurt women, you know, and not in a joking manner. And he's done that whole thing. We're going to hear him talking about it. It's probably best if we do that. But
this definitely got off to a very awkward start.
This is 45-35, right?
I find the suit funny though.
That he wore a suit there? Was he? I think Ryan
The
Clark
Andrew
wore a suit.
Schulz.
Yeah, because he was mocking Ryan Clark for, you know, his fashion sense.
Yeah.
But it definitely got off to a weird start because, you know, Andrew came in with the suit gimmick.
It's the bravado too.
And he had everybody's initials and shit, but they eventually got to the point where they've kind of found common ground and they was able to laugh at each other. Like it wasn't as it didn't feel like an interrogation.
Yeah.
Felt like these niggas was having a healthy conversation, but that's what Ryan Clark is good for.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark got a real good listening face.
Ryan Clark folded.
You think he folded?
He folded. Talking about I take it out? Once he said I take out when I press other niggas, I don't give a fuck when you press anybody now. Why are you taking out when you're pressing other people in interviews respectfully, however you do it, but you release this one? Like you try to join a dog pile.
Well, you didn't ask him to take it out.
Yeah, because it was just like a sidebar thing. It wasn't an interview. So he's saying, Schulz was saying like he went up there and he's like, once you started coming at me, I immediately looked to see if you have interviewed any abusers. Then he was like, yeah, you have. So then now I'm looking, are you pressing them? Do you have that same energy that you had for me?
Yeah.
You're not keeping the same energy at all. So you're asking the question, but then removing it?
Well, he did. He asked the question, but out of respect to the guests who asked to take it off, he took it off, which is a different conversation.
It's probably because they're black
fuck
guests
no.
too.
No,
they're black
hell
guests.
no.
He's fighting for black people.
If we standing on business with protecting black women, why are we removing anything that involves that? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. But you got the time to leave this one up and press Andrew Schulz, but you take it out every other time you.
Because he
fuck out of here. That's crazy.
Because he didn't ask him to take it out.
No,
Why can't both of these things be true?
Which means protecting black women to him is a marketing scheme. It's just some shit that as a black man I'm supposed to say. I protect all black women. I'm pressing niggas, but I take it out the press. Why? What are we doing right now?
Well,
you ain't standing on shit.
Publicly, I mean, and it's like pressing.
And
I'm
using pressing, but even the way he articulated, he's like, I'm asking them in a respectful manner. I'm just using pressing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, period. If you're asking in a respectful manner, even better reason to keep it in there. They should have a respectful adult response to your gentleman way of asking. You've been in the media you've been convicted guilty of assaulting women. You've admitted it. Let's talk about it real quick if that's really what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
You've been through it. You should have an adult answer that we can all understand and feel and blah, blah, blah. And we keep it pushing. What the fuck are we taking it out for?
Because the guests felt uncomfortable with leaving it in.
Hell no.
And you kind of don't want to have that kind of reputation with guests on your show.
That's fake.
Is it fake or is
fake
it
as hell.
partly
That's nasty.
It's partly business.
But don't we ask that of like niggas like Vlad to where niggas go on there and start talking about crimes they committed? Like, hey, you should take that out to protect that person.
Fuck out of here. Protect black women. Niggas get on like podium. Niggas get on towers with this protect black women shit. And you're pressing somebody that you're not even doing an interview with. It's some sidebar in the conversation. But when we get to see you defend black women amongst other black men in an adult conversation, you want to take it out? Fuck out of here. That's crazy to me.
I think a big thing.
I don't ever want to hear you say I'm protecting black women at all times. You're not, because you're hiding that. You're hiding the conversations that we need to be having. Come on, bro. Hell no. He can't stand on. I don't ever want to hear him stand on that shit again.
I think both of those things. He got to keep that
same energy with everybody.
I think both of those.
Yeah.
Period. That's
it's
crazy.
no middle ground.
No.
I think those can both be true at the same time. I think you could try to have like a good faith conversation, especially because Ryan Clark, from what it sounded like, he wasn't trying to have a got you moment with these niggas. He wasn't trying to press them and embarrass them. It sounded like he wanted to have a really constructive conversation with these niggas. And when he tried to do it, they saw that and felt, I'm uncomfortable with this being out. So then it's kind of like, it would be weird if he dropped it after that. Because we had that conversation under the guise of like, all right, this is a open atmosphere. So I feel comfortable here.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like you're trying to make it seem like, oh, you only protect black women sometimes.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying.
I also think that you're like, the other people that actually do that, you're compounding that on the Ryan Clark as well. It's like,
that's what I'm introduced to him at that when he's pressing Andrew Schulz. When he was pressing Andrew Schulz, I said, oh, he's one of these niggas. I didn't know that. I didn't know. So I better see this energy. And then the next time when I hear you talk about it, you telling me you have a conversation and then remove it? What is that?
But do you know why he even responded to Andrew Schulz to begin with?
Because the story was huge. He wasn't even responding
because he said there was a lot of black women in his personal life that felt like they wanted him to speak out for them. He said that in the podcast. So he was like, a lot of black women in my life was like, yo, I feel like that this shit is just running and we don't have anybody really protecting us in this conversation.
Which doesn't make it right, but also doesn't make it wrong. That he listened to the
doesn't
black
make it
women
not
around
come
him.
So when
from
he
anyone.
tells-
Exactly.
It's not just coming from
the intention was pure, but the
in
outcome,
terms of protecting black women.
which is
when,
also always
so
great.
when you interview somebody who's been convicted of something,
Mm-hmm.
some sort of violence against black women, those same black women don't watch that episode and say, "Damn, Ryan, you didn't ask him nothing about that thing he got convicted for when he beat up his ex-wife."
Not if they don't ask him.
He did. He asked.
And now I'm looking at you like somebody who is essentially, it's like silent racism. Like if you don't say something, you're the type of nigga that condones it too. But Andrew Schulz is bothering you so much.
I guess
I
the
think that shit's
major
in
point, I guess I get what you're saying. Like the point isn't really protecting black women; it's protecting black women from white men talking about them.
I
Like
guess
that's
so.
that's a bigger point than just protecting black women to
Right.
Ryan. Is that what you're saying? Like it has nothing to do with black
Okay, one,
women. It's
that's
all
how
about
it seems for sure.
It's all about trying to fight the man.
Exactly.
You saying it's from okay.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
easily
saying,
see.
I'm saying that is another point that could be spun off of what I'm saying as well too. Like, okay, maybe we only have that energy towards white people. That could be a possibility.
Which is-
I'm
which is
but
truth.
where I'm coming from is, if you protecting black women, it shouldn't matter who's it's coming from. It should be standing on protecting black women at all times.
Now, what if Ryan comes out and says, "I don't want to destroy black men in an effort to protect black women"?
He said he doesn't destroy. He said he asked in a
No, but I'm
respectful
saying in
manner.
terms of like, all right, if you have a conversation with a nigga, y'all go there, and he asks for you to take it out, and you're like, "Nope, I'm standing on this shit. I'm dropping it. Call it extorting or exploding, whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm putting it out there."
You shouldn't have those
You're
guests on
you're
there.
damaging, like you're putting harm on the nigga reputation. That isn't like a not for nothing act. So I could understand him not wanting to go that deep into it because it's like,
I don't. Not when you jump out there. And this is why I'll say that. If I was an activist for niggas beating a woman, any sort of domestic assault, that means no matter how big of the guest is, if I make myself an advocate for it, I don't care if it's 20 years later and I get an interview with Chris Brown, I have to ask him about that. Whether it be respectful or an inflammatory, I have to bring it up because I've also been advocating against men hitting women. I don't care how big it is. It could be anybody. It could be Obama. If he had a story, even though I'm getting an Obama interview and they respectfully asked me to not do it, if I'm an advocate, I have to ask that because I'm an advocate for this cause. So you're not an advocate for this cause if you're willing to ignore it or have the conversation and remove it.
It depends on which one you care about more, like respecting the interviewer or respecting whatever moral like
You gotta respect
standpoint
yourself.
you're coming from.
Yeah, you got to respect
And-
yourself. If
and
this is what
that's-
you putting out there,
and
I
if-
have to be true to myself. I have to be true to this new audience that I've gained because I'm this type of nigga. But I got the time to take it out.
But it seems like the intention, like what we were saying, like the black women around him were telling him, like that's good intention, but it's not coming from him. It's not coming from himself. It's coming from like outside sources. So I do get what you're saying, like just in terms of the consistency.
but
gotta
it's
keep it
still, but the
consistent.
sentiment is still the same. Like just because it's not coming from his gut
doesn't mean
I'm
he's
a-
still.
And I
wants to
won't even
protect
say
fucking
I'm
black
not like
women.
an advocate. I'm an advocate for certain things. I'm sure. I know I am. I'm not about to like list them off. But like, okay, there's like certain things that like, if I got a Chris Brown interview, yes, I'm an advocate. I would never want any man to put their hands on a woman. But I'm also not going to bring it up just because it's like, if it was like just happened within the last 6 months or something like that, or 3 months, I'm 100% asking.
Yeah.
Like as the interviewer, because it's something new, it's relevant. It's like what's happening right now, you know, or recently within your life. I wouldn't ask about Rihanna from 25 years ago. But when you're an advocate, I don't care if it's 40 years ago. That means I have to ask all of them.
Wait, so you have to
Go-
be all
we didn't
because you're an
even-
advocate though?
Yes.
Okay.
It
I don't
seems
know.
a little
okay.
extreme.
That sounds a little bit extreme. I don't know if you want to cut this out, but I'll put my fingers up so you know.
Okay.
Even with like Adam, right? We
Yep, let's
talked
talk
to
about
him.
it, yeah. I was going to bring him up as an example.
Okay, I don't know, but
No, we're leaving
We
that, for
talked to
sure.
him. We've had conversations with him. I honestly didn't ask him. In
People
my
have
opinion, I
gotten
didn't
on.
ask-
People
and
have
trust
gotten
me,
on us for not
and
bringing up
trust
this
me,
shit when we was
I
there.
don't want that to happen to anybody. If that's
And I agree with
what
that.
happened was true, my daughter, my cousin, anybody. Like, it doesn't
100%.
matter.
100%.
So it's
yeah.
And we're not advocates, but we don't want it. So where does that put us? Are we good for not asking them?
Just like I said with the other situation, if the Adam 16 allegations had just come up within that previous year, the moment we got our first collab, I would have asked about it.
Why
For
does
sure.
time frame matter though?
Time frame matters because, well, this is me. This is me though. This is me. I'm
Okay.
talking about
Okay.
what I would do.
I'm just listening.
But
Because you're not an advocate.
yeah, because I'm against it, but I'm not like, that's not one of my, it's not in the bio of my Instagram.
Is that in the bio of Ryan Clark's Instagram?
I don't know, but it's like, I'm just using it as like an example.
Like,
of
and
like,
is he
like,
that serious
I'm
about it?
Just explain your point.
You know
'cause
what I'm
it's-
saying?
I
But
just-
long story short, like I would ask some shit on the integrity of, nigga, this is some fresh shit. This is some goofy shit. But also anytime the Adam 22 or Adam 16 things have come up and somebody's asked about it, even when we were out there on the West Coast, I'm like, nigga, that shit looked weird. It looked like he was red shirting her. It looked like he crossed the line. I never strayed away from those points
Yeah.
either. You know what I mean? I never was like, oh man, it was just a year ago. No, you asked me. I think that shit was weird. It's fucking shit was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
something about a couple things don't add up in that story, you know? But yeah, I'm not gonna every time I run into somebody do it, but if it's relevant, I'm gonna ask.
It's so hard, man. It's so hard, like, because it's a lot of shit that I care about that I don't advocate for. It's a lot of shit
For sure.
that I joke about people, like where the bad conditions that I still feel for.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I feel that.
Like if I make a joke about a homeless person, that doesn't mean I don't care about homeless people at all. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like I still care about what they're going through, even though it's not affecting me per se.
Right.
But does that mean I can't make a joke about homeless people
Nope.
or fat
Why
people?
are you taking the other niggas? Why are you taking the other stuff out though? Why are you taking it out?
Because he was asked to take it out.
There's no reason.
What do you mean there's no reason?
There's no reason to take it out.
There's a very good reason to take it out because you don't want to embarrass your guests.
Did they not know? Even if they knew it happened, why don't we just scrap the whole thing?
Wait,
Can we
though
listen
that
to them talk about it?
Yeah, let's
Can we-
let's do
we
that.
haven't
And I
even heard-
think those guests happen those happened before this, so it doesn't really count.
And also in those situations, I'm pretty sure that like when these retired football players come up, they're not talking about like domestic violence cases from 2 weeks ago. A lot of the times this should happen early
Right,
on
which
in
means-
niggas' careers.
And it makes it seem like he's making it seem like he brings it up because they had something. So he's advocate enough to bring it up every time they get there, but you're not an advocate enough to leave the conversation in, but you'll take those out.
Right,
Even
you
if
should-
it is even if it is a story from the athlete 20 years ago. It's like, you're obviously bringing up 20-year-old stories. Just leave it in there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel.
Let's see.
Yeah, just play it.
Man, I get a whole section that's not even part of an episode. And these guys who we know have actually, like, for like a joke, and these guys who have actually like hurt black women and convicted, not allegations, because I don't go off of allegations, I go off conviction. Everybody can get an allegation, it means nothing. And then these guys, they don't get anything. So in that moment, I was like, this feels like a clout play. It doesn't feel like the highest priority is protecting these women. So that was my initial reaction.
So I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
We have had people on this show that have been convicted for domestic violence that have pulled it out of the show.
That pulled it out of the show.
That I have asked about it.
Oh, and then
that
they're
have-
like, I don't want it on the show.
Yeah, and I do because people come on our show voluntarily. Of
course.
I do ask those questions in respectful ways. Right? I'm not, hey man, you're a woman beater, but I will say, like, in one of the instances that was pulled, I said, look, you know, you were convicted of something that no man wants attached to his name.
Amen.
And they answered it. We talked to their people. I was like, man, the answer was good, like, and they pulled it out of the show. So we've had that happen.
Nobody can pull
We
it
also
out.
had an instance with one of our guests who was talking about sexual assault, and he talked about it in a way that almost said that, okay, how do we blame the women? And I addressed that as well.
Yeah.
So as far as for me, I try to address it in every opportunity
Right.
that I get a chance to with them.
Yeah.
I try to ask them questions in ways that they get to tell their side of the story.
Yeah.
When they sit with us, I do not bash them over the head with it, condemn them, or judge them in the moment.
Yeah.
I do try to have a conversation about it.
We're all like hypocrites. Like
Hippos.
nobody's
So why are we pulling it out?
Because that's how he runs his platform. He don't want to feel like he's disrespecting his guests' wishes.
Look,
I don't want to hear no protecting black women shit no more from this nigga. unless he start putting them conversations in there. I don't want to hear none of it.
I just don't think the idea of like you can't do this if you do this, that doesn't
not that
always work in theory. You know what I'm
pulled
saying?
It out. Who is they? Ain't
And
this your show?
that's another that they was very ambiguous. It sounded he
So
made
I
it
will
he
take-
made it
I will
seem like
take
four.
everything back.
He made it seem like 4 people. Because it's probably only one.
Like the interviewee and their whole team.
But he in terms of like
with your product though, or the whoever's under the pivot. What's the pivot under? Like network wise.
No idea.
Who are they? Yeah, go to the description.
Are they on the Black Effect?
You might have to Google that
No,
shit.
that's Up in Smoke.
All the smoke.
All the smoke. Sorry.
Yeah.
Does it have any company thing? Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, nah.
Something makes me want to say volume. I don't know. I don't know if that's right though.
But what was the major point to that? That we was talking about?
I'm disgusted that they take it out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disgusted that they take it out. I think that's crazy.
I don't know, dog.
I think it's crazy.
It's like Vox.
You've never done that?
Vox. Okay.
Vox.
Yeah, you've never taken out
we've done
something
that.
that a guest didn't want in there?
That a guest hasn't won? No.
I believe
You've
you
never
left
done
stuff
that?
in that a guest wanted taken out.
Yeah, you are that kind of nigga.
Never done that. Yeah.
Shout out to that guy. It was funny though. It was hilarious.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember.
I forgot about
Yeah.
It was hilarious though. But
It was
but you
really
left it
good.
in though. He wasn't taken out. But you did take a lot out.
I did a lot. I did a lot.
A lot more.
That's a particular situation.
Yeah.
Like,
And y'all see what I did.
And completely different from sexual
I
assault,
felt-
by the way.
Yeah, very different. Very different. This is just a real life story. That was
Yeah,
only different,
yeah.
but you're very different. There was no crimes in this story on any level.
Crimes against masculinity.
Yeah, possibly.
But that was the only crime.
But what was I about to say?
So do you think that there's a certain level of severity to something that you say that you wouldn't take out for a person, even if they asked you to, at Menace material?
I probably won't put the whole thing out.
What do you mean you probably wouldn't put the whole thing out? Like if you can't put it out in its entirety, you're just not putting it out at all.
Right. You can't tell me what I'm
I
taking
can't
out
wait
of-
for you to stand for something so
You
we
can't-
can test this.
That's fine, yeah. But you can't tell me to take things out of my production. You wouldn't have come to me. What he just articulated, it almost sounds like everybody knows if you go to the pivot, he will ask you about this shit. Now, it also might be conversation that he gonna ask you, but he'll also take it out if you talk
If
to
you
him.
would like, yeah.
Right.
That
But-
sounds like a pretty safe environment to have
But
some
if
conversations.
but there's also safe environment. I don't know, but why would you? You can't just pick and choose when you want to stand on
get
that
what you-
shit.
Like sexual assault isn't an easy conversation.
Right,
So like the
it's-
process of that shouldn't just be like, oh damn, you want it taken out? Okay, I'm sorry.
Fuck outta
And
here.
I
Yeah.
understand that sentiment, but it's so tricky because he's having on his friends and people that he knows and people that he holds dear to his heart. And it's a certain
you only
amount
need
of
one example. Like you see somebody, we're just gonna use Chris Brown just because that's easy. You see me interview Chris Brown and I ask him about Rihanna. You know what type of nigga I am during these interviews. I'm at work
Yeah.
and you know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like we can have a great safe space conversation. I'm not gonna be disrespectful about it. I'm not gonna call you a woman beater. Just like he articulated, I can do it respectfully as a motherfucker, but you know coming over here, it's like the lore of the Breakfast Club. It's like if something just happened that was embarrassing or less favorable for you, you know it doesn't matter what happens. Your team can say whatever they want. Charlamagne gonna ask that question. Like that's just what's gonna happen. So, but now you also got this thing of take it out, man. We're good.
and I mean, look, man, it's
It ain't for me. I can't do it.
yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Nobody's ever gonna tell us the truth.
It's
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Got me out here standing on shit and you not even standing on it. Hell no, bro. That is crazy.
So Andrew Schulz sunned him.
Yeah. And Ryan Clark hates
He ran
black
routes
women.
around him.
I hate black women, but he definitely uses it to his advantage. He thought he can get a free lick off that dog pile. That's really what happened.
He tried to
The
use
shits and gig, Andrew Schulz dog pile. He thought he can get a nice little quick lick off of it, and then just right after Andrew stopped speaking, embarrassed him, like said the worst thing he could possibly say.
Yeah.
I asked everybody in a respectful manner, but then I take it out. Nigga, what? And you had the nerve to stand on business with me?
Yeah.
Hell no, bro. Take that shit somewhere else. That's crazy.
Checkmate.
Bro, it was checkmate for the interview right there for me. He took an L, crazy L.
Yeah, well, shout out to Ryan Clark. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
I guess you can't protect black women no more, nigga. You don't mean it.
You don't. I don't.
You
I don't think you mean it.
You protect your guests. You don't mean that shit.
That's
nigga.
a fact. You're gassed over black women.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Downfall of My Expert Opinion podcast by Math Hoffa.
Yes.
You know,
It's cold in here.
It's candlelit.
it's candlelit. We got to set the vibe. You know, I want to take you guys on a journey
Yeah.
from the beginning of time. Math Hoffa, the first time I saw him, he took off on a nigga because he said, "Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?" Wait,
Yeah.
that's not him. That was somebody else. Sorry. He was in a gym. And I just saw
That
him
was the first time you met a nigga like Math Hoffa.
A lot.
That was the first time you encountered this.
Yeah, Math Hoffa, man, he lost his studio, and this is essentially the end of the My Expert Opinion podcast is over. It's cooked. Its time has
It fell
come.
very fast. It kind of toppled down like Jenga.
Yeah.
Like, shit just fell.
They've
man.
had so much bad news on that podcast, though. I mean, if we start slightly from the beginning, there's people I didn't even know that were a part of the podcast that he lost out on those co-hosts. He lost Heino and Esso and Heineken. Esso and Heineken. That was when the podcast was finally established.
Mm-hmm.
Things were going good. They were like, these are the three, and then he lost them. Then he had the Champ situation.
Yeah.
Champ lost himself, man.
Which Champ lost himself. So I can't 100% blame Math Hoffa for that. But funny shit did happen.
Yeah. He was hilarious.
The cameraman situation. He had something with the cameraman situation. I remember they had a whole thing happen where Queen's Flip was up there and that was a beef because he wasn't paying the cameraman. But no matter what happens with the My Expert Opinion podcast, any tragedy that falls of this show, Math Hoffa has a 14-minute reason on how it got to the point that it got to. It's never the contract ended, this happened. Oh man, you know, he got a better opportunity over here, this happened. It's always, let me tell you what happens when you believe in a person.
Yeah, it's always a parable.
It's always
a Bible's tale.
It always is a Bible's tale.
Yeah,
And you know, I felt like Abel in the situation. I just wanted to love my brother, but he didn't want nothing but harm to me.
Yeah.
Even though I gave him everything, you know?
Yeah.
I gave him the shop. I said, just clean up the shop for me.
I gave him my lamb coat.
That's a beautiful way of manipulating the story because, like,
Always.
it's almost like you're telling the story of what happened to you through another nigga, but like without getting any of the details.
Yeah.
Third perspective versions of stories are always a little bit skewed.
Yeah.
You
So-
tell people how you want them to feel about the story.
Exactly.
So in this situation, the reason I'm calling it just the end of the Math Hoffa, My Expert Opinion podcast, is because he's officially lost the identity, which is the set in the shop. He's lost that now.
Yeah.
He did a live stream when the electricity had gone out. And I guess they ran into some money issues, which actually the only reason he's even broadcasting this, apparently his podcast drops have been really spotty over the last like month or two.
Makes sense.
And Adam 22 inspired him after he dropped his No Jumpers Going Broke video. He inspired, y'all gotta make sure you shine it on
my
your face so
bad.
I can see. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Niggas
shit.
can't see you without it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's the
We're,
vibes.
we're pouring.
He said that Adam inspired him to come clean about what was happening with the shop.
Which is funny, but that's so sad that like he was like, oh, I can make money off my downfall like this. Adam's doing it. It worked. We talking about it.
He tried to jump on it like as in like oh yeah, man, everybody's having these podcasts, you know. We're all going home.
It's trendy.
It's trendy. Yeah.
Yo, the industry's just damn right now.
Yeah,
It's not even
he
me
jumped
personally.
on it like it was like, yeah, we just fucked up out here, man. It's okay.
Niggas say,
Everybody's
yo,
doing it.
these terrorists, nigga.
China bullshit.
Adam and Math Hoffa are dropping videos about how they're going broke, but Vlad is starting a course for $99 a month. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to fix
With
himself
6
doing
videos.
broke.
And with 6 videos up, it's not the same for everybody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's different for everybody. But we can only show audio. Math hates us, I think. So let's just assume that and just play audio. I might need to pull this audio out, but who knows?
And when are we gonna pay our bills again? We're gonna
I don't know, because I do like the vibe. You can see our faces clearly with the light. Like it looks.
Can you see it?
I can't see Jay very well.
Now can you see it?
How about you bring the light out
Man,
so
no.
it can like actually hit your face?
Yeah.
Like
It's-
you got
nigga,
this shit tucked into your fucking.
It might be.
I mean,
your
it
hat.
was, but nigga, it's
Flip
out
it
right
out
now.
this way. Boom. There we
Okay,
go.
that's a little better.
Right.
Come on, nigga.
I pay my bills, nigga. I'm not used to
Tone
this.
is like it's all
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah, but I feel like I gotta block it because if I let too much light through,
You got
We
a little
might
bit.
pay for Math
is his
Hoffa's
a little
bills.
bit? Is his okay with the backlight? I feel like you're the most lit by the backlight,
yeah,
I
and
don't
probably
know.
just the gemstones and all.
or
that.
it sucks. He needs to show it.
You're trying to keep the faces out right now?
I'm trying to show the faces.
Oh, well, yeah, nah, we can't see Tone.
Okay,
Tone is
that's what I
blacked
thought.
out.
F-Mac,
in
you
the face.
fucking fool.
I knew it.
You're blacked out.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Yes, we gotta set the vibes. Come on, man. We gotta set the vibes.
What are
right.
you doing, Tone?
I don't know. I'm just ready for this.
Show that ice off, nigga. Embarrass yourself. Let's watch this video.
Yeah, listen to this video.
I spoke on this on the stream yesterday and, mentioned, Adam, and after COVID, he probably thought, things were sweet. There was a lot of shit moving and all that, and how it kind of gassed a lot of people. I would say it gassed me also. I definitely got caught up in some financial issues and all that.
I know.
But regardless, I tried to keep the shop and everything running, right? But I'm gonna break down to y'all a situation that I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with this for a little while, and now it's gotten to the point where we don't know what's gonna happen with the shop. Just keeping it 100. Yeah, the math not mathing. The math not mathing, son. The math not mathing. But so the chick that I was subleasing from would start sending me shit like, yo, this nigga's gonna he's gonna try to evict us, or he's gonna take me to court off of this. And highlighted in the lease, it says the purpose of the shop was a barber shop. She's sending me this little clip of it saying that the intention of this shop is supposed to be a barber shop, but with commercial businesses, just like a mixed use, it's still a barber shop. It's just we're shooting the podcast in the barber shop. But you can't tell a nigga, yo, because y'all don't got this shit open and barbers is cutting people hair, that this ain't a barber shop. It's still a barber shop. You walk into the motherfucker, you look around, it looks like a fucking barber shop, don't it?
It's hair on the ground and shit.
Hey, the set was cool though, but
The set was cool, but if you don't have that, the show's done.
yeah, I wonder how much he was paying in rent.
Yeah, what was that overhead?
Yeah,
looking
his
like?
name was nowhere near the lease though.
Yeah,
He was subleasing it from somebody else who had the lease with the owner.
and which what I was saying,
This
it's
is a
like
mess, bro.
another nigga's. Yeah,
This is a mess, dog. Like,
it's crazy. I don't know, man. It's everybody's going. Well, two people are going through these problems.
who are the two people?
Math and Adam. Like,
oh no,
just
they're very different situations. Adam owned his building; he's just putting it up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
This nigga was a sublease of a sublease.
down. Yeah,
Like it's
like one is downsizing, one is
being
one
forced to
is
leave.
Yeah.
One is you had to put the lease in
Evicted.
somebody else's name because your name wasn't good.
Yeah.
Your business name wasn't good enough. Your credit wasn't good enough, or whatever. For some reason, the person who actually owns the building and can control the leases would not rent you that lease.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what was happening.
And it's funny how he didn't invest into his own thing or like trying to get his own studio, his own fake barber chairs, where he didn't have to lie and say it was like mixed use, commercial, and like, fucking, I don't
There's
know.
always just so much gibberish. I never understand what he's talking about. Let me see what I'll put something else on here.
I don't know, man. I don't not like Math. Like, I think Math is cool.
Yeah, it's no
I don't
problem.
want him to like fail and shit, but he does run into these unfortunate circumstances, like with Champ, like Esso and
That's on Heineken.
Esso and Heineken. Like, granted, Esso and Heineken, he lost two good dudes there, but Champ, he kind of got saved.
He kinda
but it's
dodged
just
the bullet.
unfortunate circumstances. Like, how are you still going through this in your life?
Yeah, that's what
Like,
makes
I
me-
thought once you get
that's-
past like
that's what ma-
32, you have a lot more.
Hell no.
Nah, that's delusion.
Just more than like what I feel like I do. Shit.
Nah,
I
shit,
feel
a
like we
lot
got
of-
the same control of life right now. We driving. Fucking, I don't know, man.
A lot of times niggas get locked into the dumb shit that they've always done.
What habits are
It just becomes
the-
cyclical.
Yeah, we're
And
animals.
things always go south for Math when he does. It seems like in every industry he's in, battle rap shit went south. He kept punching niggas.
Yeah,
It's always goes south. So I don't wish on a nigga's downfall, but I mean, I'm not gonna act like you don't have a pattern. You know what I'm saying?
and this
Like-
is probably also his way of like. Obviously, he's downsizing, but he's probably going to bring the podcast back with just only him.
Math Hoffa is a streamer now. He's not a podcaster.
I was just about to say, but like he's hopped on the wave. It's over.
He's a streamer.
Where's he streaming
He's going
on?
to be rapping live now.
YouTube. He'd be streaming on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah, let's listen to this. Well, actually, can you pull up the still image real quick, just so you actually just play this first since you already have it up. It's fine. Just don't put it on the screen.
Right.
Exclusive.
I was inspired to do this. Shout out to Adam. I seen Adam talking about his financial situation over there and what's going on. I do feel like there is like a war or some sort of war on podcasts right now. Because I know you guys probably been wondering, you guys are not dropping like you were before, and MEO's been going through its ups and downs, and I was real hesitant on whether to share certain things with you guys, but fuck it. Let's all just keep it real, right? Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Let's rewind like maybe two.
Can you just put a still up of this? Just so they can at least see this. This is crazy.
Nah, this is funny.
This is crazy, my nigga.
This nigga's definitely theatrical.
I will say this. As embarrassing, I guess, as it is that this is even happening to him, this is a fantastic moment. This is top 10 on how to end your podcast. Be in there with no electricity.
Mm-hmm.
And have a flashlight like we're at a campfire. This is good. This is Joe Budden firing empty chairs. This is great.
He's got a sense of humor still. It's like he's having fun with it.
I guess y'all not as convinced. I mean, y'all just not as convinced on my vision right now, huh?
It's kind of
shit right.
Like,
it's right here.
Right.
Jeez, at this.
We also don't have like ultraviolet lenses on to protect from the fucking lightning.
It's kind of bright.
Yeah,
but
this is bright as hell.
Gotta fight through it. Nigga.
Patrice has the same like angle to where like if you're bombing, you don't try to save. You don't try to bring him back. You just destroy everything.
You try to chase him out the door.
Just
yeah.
Pull the grenade pin.
This is fantastic, man. He is long talking and long-winded. Flashlight to the face. The downfall of why they don't have power and why they can't be in here anymore. Who knows what's going to come of this?
Unfortunate.
I mean, I don't know.
Does he not rap anymore? How long has he been battle rapping?
Oh, he don't battle rap no. Well, I mean, I'm sure he would. I feel like he actually dropped some shit a couple years ago. Not too long.
I just feel like he's been in so many industries long enough to where he should have a stamp in it to where like he doesn't have to keep doing all these other things and keep moving industries. Like he should have enough status in battle rap to where it's like, yo, I need a quick buck.
He should.
Let me go rap real quick.
He should have all these things,
or a solid podcast. He's been doing this
You
shit
don't think
forever.
that shit wears off eventually?
No, not if you do it right. It's a lot of niggas
Even with
that,
battle rap, like who's the oldest active battle rapper?
Murder Mook, but he don't even battle rap. He battle rap like once every 4 years now.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I feel like eventually, like you gonna
it's still
you're gonna be overexposed. Like we're not gonna always want to see this old
What's
nigga
that
rapping.
name? What's that nigga's name?
the little from New York.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like so many of them are from New York,
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah, that narrows it down.
Loaded Lux.
Loaded Lux is still having fun.
Loaded Lux, he
Yeah.
battle raps like every week. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This
And
nigga-
he be getting battle. I just seen him battle rapping in front of like on some executive shit, Bobby Smurda. I just saw him and damn, who was he doing a tag team with? They was rapping.
It was
you
that,
know what I'm talking about?
It was that nigga that he kind of looks like Benny the Butcher. I forgot his name though.
But y'all know I just saw him do that. So he's still.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. I feel bad.
And he's like a legend. Like he's
a
known.
legend. He's a legend too. Yeah.
Nigga got to battle rap the rest of his life to make money. There's no other way.
I'm just saying that once you've been doing something for like, let's say 6 years, 8 years, you should have a stamp in that to where, okay, that's just one of my verticals. But all of his verticals just top on top of each other. Like he can't keep a vertical up.
Well, it's 'cause he's obviously the common denominator. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah,
But, it's just like, damn.
Well, Math, it was a good run while you had it, nigga. I don't know what's next. I guess the streaming world will be next. So I guess we'll see if you start doing other like interviews. Like, are you going to stream like the kid stream? You know what I'm saying? Like invite people over, stuff like that. Or is it just going to be you or you know what I mean? It's just going to be you.
And he still rap, right? Like he still drop music and shit.
Yeah, I mean, he used to force it down people's throats on every clip. So, like, that's not.
See, how is he supposed to get paid for rapping when this is the opinion of him? It's like,
what are you talking about?
This nigga just rapping, you know? This shit. Nobody. I don't think anybody's really gonna check for that. But I think the streaming could work. I think the streaming could work.
He's gonna figure out a way to fuck that
as soon
up.
as like
If other
niggas
people-
over 40 years old find out how to use Twitch and
how to clip.
YouTube Live
And
That's
how
it.
to clip
I mean,
them.
that's who watch him now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He just got to give a little tutorial for them niggas. It's nothing. Just log in.
No, Math. No.
I like this self-awareness, though. This is just a funny shot.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go see you, nigga. Let's be real.
Oh, shit. It's not like nobody gonna stop me. That's what he's thinking in his head. It's like, shit, fuck it.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because he's in the shop right now, right?
That looks
With the power off, yeah. This is amazing. I love this. This is great.
Yeah, this shit is goofy.
This nigga liver about to fall apart. He about to drink himself into a fucking.
Yo, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so we don't turn into this.
Yeah. Can we hit the subscribe button so we can pay our bills right now?
Yeah, so we can pay our bills.
Yo, man,
right
donate if you fucking with the independents. You know what I'm saying? We just got some upgrades. We down right now, you know, but we're not getting evicted.
Yeah.
That's for sure not happening.
Yeah, nah. Especially
And,
if you like the video.
And there ain't no sublease to a sublease either. So
Yeah.
we good. Yeah. We'll see you at the next one.
Hey.
No jumpers going broke.
You called it.
Did I?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Nah, it's just continue.
I might have said it at one point, but Adam dropped a video. And we can really just because he really just got right to it in the video. So we can kind of watch like the first minute and a half of the video. But he just explained how during the COVID recession,
boom.
During the COVID content boom, money was so good. He had the best crew that No Jumper had at that time with the AD, T-Rail, House Phone, and everything. 3 successful shows that were coming on back to back. They use that as an opportunity to, No Jumper News as well. They use that as an opportunity to really expand, and he bought his warehouse facility that turned into No Jumper that we've been to. And it was a dope ass, it's a dope ass facility. It's got multiple content rooms.
Shit got artwork on the walls. That shit hard, dog.
It's hard.
It
You
got
know what I'm
like people in offices, black women, one black woman, she's walking around.
Yeah.
Like, it's an office space.
It's hard. So, but he pretty much was describing about how No Jumper, the company, is going broke.
I feel like we should have seen this coming with when we were there and he was downsizing. He was like, yeah, it's no real need for all these shows anymore, all this gangster shit.
Mm-hmm.
We can kind of deal with
It wasn't as
all
profitable as it used to be. That's why.
Yeah.
Because he had the shows had gotten. The No Jumper Rico. It's not the No Jumper Rico. Sorry, the Rolling 60s Rico. He lost all of the Crips up there.
His men.
Four Extras had just signed a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Brick Baby was a consistent 2 years deep.
And
or
4
2 years
Extra,
in.
not to cut you off, but 4 Extra got out, it went to his hood day and went right back.
He's got out and gotten in so many times since I've learned who he is.
And it's funny because Whack 100 of all people was telling him like, look, don't go to your hood day. They watching you.
Yeah, a
It's
couple people said
trap.
that.
It's crazy. A couple people, but
I don't know what he
Whack
got
100
arrested for, but I'm assuming if he's a felon and he's on probation or parole or
It
whatever.
don't take much.
You being around other felons, which a hood day is going to be filled with other felons, is a violation of probation or parole.
I forgot which one he's on. I don't want to say parole,
But either way, I think that rule is consistent across both.
Yeah.
No matter which one you're on, those type of papers.
And he can't be around his mother, his fucking.
Essentially, yeah, you can't be around nobody.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's listen to Adam talk about how No Jumper's going broke.
Listen, you're not trying to put it on screen?
This we can definitely put on screen.
So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue. And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up-and-coming superstars like Kazumi and Sky Bree, fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a decreased interest in seeing us interview stars. In addition to that, you might recall that the channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely recovered and managed to build up a very healthy roster of talent since then, that certainly took a toll on our business for a while as well. All that stuff hurt the business, but we were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months, where we experienced 2 major L's that we never could have seen coming. First, we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, we got taken down one day and we still have absolutely no idea why. We've had no luck getting it back despite being in contact with what seems like every Instagram recovery guy on the face of the planet. We were bringing in a very solid amount of cash monthly that was keeping us afloat via selling sponsored posts on the account, and that mostly vanished overnight. And while we've been growing the new No Jumper LA account up ever since and managing to sell sponsored collab posts using my Instagram and the No Jumper LA account, DM or email if interested, we aren't making anywhere near as much from Instagram now. Side note, if you're
outside of the Rolling 60 Rico, that right there, outside of content not paying as much on YouTube, that one right there, that one destroyed the business, I think. That was the hit right there.
The Rico?
He took that one silently for a really long The No Jumper.
Oh, the news. Yeah.
The No Jumper Instagram page.
Oh yeah, the Instagram
That
page,
shit took, that was a silent hit that he had took a while ago. It was talks you would see about it here and there in the Reddit and stuff like that and be like, but these niggas that have these Instagram pages with millions of subscribers, they really be getting off on that shit. I remember when Jason Lee was talking about how Karen Civil had paid a hacker to take his page down, how he had lost like business revenue up to $100,000 a month from losing Hollywood Unlocked.
just from Instagram.
That's just from Instagram.
Damn.
Like alone, like that's the one that killed him. Fuck the other content, like the YouTube monetization not paying as much.
Yeah.
That Instagram, he took that hit and he's been taking that hit for the last like 8 months. He now, news update, he has fully gotten that back. Since this video, he actually did get a recover. And now when he talks about it, the conversation is, you know what happened after we dropped that video, we got the No Jumper Instagram back and things are looking really good right now. Like he's like that
No
shit.
Jumper's rich.
Yeah, bro. Like that coming back was huge, bro.
And you know, again,
to where he don't have to leave the building no more, but it is smart to leave the building still.
And like to what you were saying, like this video isn't just him, self-degrading himself.
Yeah.
It's also like, we're going poor, but if you need to get your shit out too, you can email us. We also got some other shit going on. You want some what is he selling? $100 he's selling something for $100, right? It's like a different tier. I don't know if it's for YouTube.
He's really started his members only.
His members
on
only, yes.
YouTube.
Yes, his members only.
$5 a month.
And
I thought he's pretty much switching over to a subscriber-based platform now.
And you get like access to him too, right? Like he'll text you back or some shit for
like
24 hours.
That was the $5 version? I
No,
thought
that was that had to have been for the like expensive version.
The 50, at least, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's moving over to a subscriber-based business method, essentially. That's pretty much what he's also saying in
Like
this video.
Star?
No, like Joe Budden.
Oh.
So subscriber-based.
It's just
Subscriber-based business model. Damn, I was struggling to get that out.
It's like, I know what you mean by that, but can you just like say like
Subscriber-based Instagram business model is essentially just like
membership.
Membership. Your income isn't relied upon how much YouTube is going to pay for these views this month. It's relied more on
Patreon. It's like
Patreon. I have 20,000 people all subscribed in at $10 to $20 to $25 a month.
They're paying this every month.
Right. And I've already you've already accounted for your percentage of people who are going to drop off monthly, but you're also constantly feeding that monthly subscriber.
You think he's trying to like get into that?
He said
lane?
that. He said that. That's why he started the members only thing. And he's also saying he also said that he's going to be taking more of the Vlad approach, which is a more minimalistic thing. See, No Jumper might be going broke, but Adam 22 is far from broke. Adam 22 this is recreation version number 3. I just remember 3 or 4 because I remember when I would watch old No Jumper, he would talk about what he was doing before. He was credit card scamming at first.
Yep.
Then he was online poker playing where he was running 5 games a day. Then he was BMX webpage. Then he was No Jumper. So it's like
slash BMX store.
He starts BMX store. Yes, slash the store. Then it was all these different variations. Adam 22 is not going nowhere. Adam 22 is going far from broke.
Niggas inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable. But this is just this section of his businesses might be not be doing as bad, but it's doing great again now. I bet with that Instagram back and him actively downsizing.
And did he say that the corn side of things also wasn't doing too great either, right?
He didn't say that. He was just saying,
or just the plug talk.
He was saying them interviewing their Patreon. During COVID, Duno and AD used to do a lot of, and maybe even Sharp, they used to do a lot of interviews with corn stars, and they would be topless on the Patreon. No sex.
Butt naked.
Yeah, but not F Mac, sorry. China Mac used to be there. I remember one of the episodes that I think that probably was big for them. He ate rice out of a girl's butt, like shit like that. Like it used to be wild over there on this. And I remember he said the numbers used to be really good there, but nobody cares about that anymore. And he's taken that whole audience over to Plug Talk.
Yeah, because they want to see you.
That's the whole
now,
thing,
Adam.
right?
Duh.
So Plug Talk is booming. You know what I'm saying?
That.
And he's also and now over the last years that Plug Talk has been booming, he sees the benefit of the subscriber base fan base because he has that on that side.
And can you compare that? Like, I guess it's both entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, the corn and like whatever this is, like just nigga shit. But like, can you compare like, oh shit, people will pay for, my sex shit. You know what I mean? Why won't people pay for, entertainment, like gang news?
You can compare, but it's just you probably not thinking it's gonna be on the same scale. Like, are you gonna get as many people willing to watch that as you would wanting to watch you fuck a girl? Probably not. But there's gotta be some kind of.
I really feel like they're there for Lena anyway. Like more of them are there for Lena. I don't know how many people are running because they're like, oh, I want to see Adam hit this.
Yeah,
shit.
Adam
you know what I'm saying?
is
Like,
nobody's favorite porn star. Not
that's
even
what I'm
Lena's.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like they're there for the guest. I mean, I'm sure he has a fan base. Like I'm not gonna say he doesn't. The nigga's been fucking on camera for the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? But
he's got to have earned a fan by now.
He's got to have. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be more than just the bitches he's fucking.
Yo,
you know what I'm
think
saying?
that there's somebody who only knows him from there?
Huh?
Do you think there's anybody who only knows him from corn?
Possibly, hell yeah, I'm sure.
No, it's a nigga that doesn't like his takes, but he likes the way he handles his business. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
And the interview questions, because he interviews him before the fucking.
He does, and he's obviously a better interviewer than Lena, his wife. So it's like that part, I'm sure, is fine because he's a great interviewer.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's bringing value on that side of things, But
he's bringing value on that side of things. You said that with a straight face too, nigga.
I'll stand behind this interviewing. I'm not
Nigga say you don't know about the other shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that other shit, bro. I can't stand behind that. Somebody else got to fill a nigga in on that, But yeah, he not going broke. He going far from broke, man. It's just No Jumper's good.
Broke,
yeah, so it's just No Jumper. Might be running its course, but honestly, it's not going nowhere now that the Instagram is back. This nigga's up again.
Yeah, nah.
He's up. I feel like that coming back at bare minimum, he's probably catching another 20 bands from that. 20 to 40 bands a month off promotion, and I might be undershoot. I might be lowballing him. I'm just saying base level.
That's a beautiful little cushion to come back to.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and then he definitely took shots at. He said something that's kind of bleeding him dry is the case that he has with Yuri and.
Yeah,
Riley.
are we going to hear him talk about that?
How long has
that
that
was
been...
pretty serious too. At least it sounded like that.
Yo,
how long has that been running?
That case was announced maybe about a month, maybe 2 months ago. And he said he's spending a lot of money fighting it. So I'm like, damn. Obviously, if he's spending a lot of money fighting it, that means that case has a lot of validity, is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
So.
And what is a lot of money?
I don't know, but he said a couple $100,000. He He said he's already spent a couple $100,000.
Lawyer fees.
And he suspects to spend a couple $100,000 more. I think that's what he said in this video.
Upwards up to $2 million at least.
I don't know about that. I don't think he would spend. I think he would settle before then.
That's sleepy math.
But I think he's on this. He hates Yuri too, so he's on the shit of he has no intention on settling either.
Yeah, he's dying on
It just depends on how much they bleed him. I mean, if it sounds like Yuri got good lawyers.
You gonna pay whatever, like.
Yeah, it sounds like Yuri got a good lawyer, so because this isn't over yet, you know what I mean? So
and a couple $100,000, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's what I'm saying. I thought after maybe 200 you would fold, or 150.
And it's only been how long?
Just let me give you 20,000.
He said a month or two.
You
right?
said a month? Is that true?
Like a month or two.
Some shit, I don't know.
Since the case,
I feel like it has to be longer.
It might be. My perception of time is fucked.
Especially
Probably
right now.
Ruby red lenses.
But I don't want to. I don't know the time frame.
Yeah,
but I felt like it was at least maybe 6.
Yeah, like 6.
I don't think it's been that long.
It was definitely last year,
it's a
right?
new year, dog.
That was a last year thing. That was
that's right.
That was 2024.
Maybe let's just say 6 months to a year, and he's like already spending that much.
I'm okay
bread.
with spending 40. I'm okay with 4 to 6 months. Y'all tell us in the comments. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
sometimes.
Yeah,
he spent some money.
But hey, that's still a lot of fucking money in that short amount of time.
Right.
Who knows?
Hey,
we can keep watching this if you want, but he just keeps describing about how now the second hit, that was the first L.
Yeah.
Losing Instagram. The second hit was the rolling 60 Ricos and losing all the Crips. But honestly, I think he already knew this lineup of cast was not nearly as profitable. That ADT Row cast lineup, they were just extremely profitable. Even if YouTube revenues had gone down, that was a great lineup and team that he had at that time. So they were just going to always be more profitable than what he currently had right now.
Yeah.
What he has right now, the only thing that, like, podcast-wise that is just guaranteed super profitable is the Whack 100 show. Like, that's going to hit every time. You know what I mean? But outside of that,
for some reason,
he had no other shows on the network that are going crazy. Whack 100 show is more, the Adam and Whack show is twice as valuable as the No Jumper show right now.
Yeah, especially right now.
Easily. Yeah,
going
right
on.
now, easily. So yeah, he just got to downsize, and Adam's just the individual. You know what I mean? It's not much he needs.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna keep doing things, and you don't need that big facility by sticking with the Adam and Whack show. You need 1 to 2 rooms max. You don't need a big facility to do like those Nas Girl documentaries that you were doing that did great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the things that he's doing don't need that much shit.
Yeah.
That much space that he had. What he had, he needed for that previous crew. But now he don't have that no more. And I don't think he wants to go that route, because I know he also said, you know, he's taking more of a Vlad approach to things. Vlad was right about a lot of things, and, you know, you can downgrade. You don't need all these things. So
it's a learning moment.
Yeah, it's a learning moment. So he ain't going nowhere.
Y'all want to play some more?
Gotta get some realistic
We
expectations.
can play a little bit more.
Meta rep, please DM me. I would love to speak to anyone who could help with this. And second, in addition to that, we have been hit with a bullshit lawsuit from a former employee. Now, essentially everything in this lawsuit is completely fictional, and every lawyer that I've spoken to about it has described this as basically an extortion attempt, but it still cost us a ton of money already, and it's expected to cost us many hundreds of thousands of dollars to see this through to completion. It's insane to me that a person that we did so much for can just invent some grievances out of thin air and cost us this much money as a result. This person has literally lost every single friend that he used to have when he worked at No Jumper. His streaming career has completely tanked, and he even got kicked off the podcast that he left No Jumper to start. But somehow that's our reality, and we have to fight this rather than just give in to this piece of shit. So as a result of all these circumstances, we are making some changes. Over the last few months, we laid off multiple employees in an attempt to reduce our expenses as much as possible. We closed down our store on Melrose, and we're in the early stages of selling our current warehouse and moving into a smaller space. To be honest, aside from the layoffs, which sucked, I'm pretty happy about a lot of these changes. I've realized that I should have paid more attention to DJ Vlad and kept my overhead as low as possible, particularly in terms of staff and location. I'm confident that once we get the building sold, we'll be in a pretty solid financial position again as a business. Oh, and I also just want to note that I am talking about No Jumper as a business. I've got another business in the form of Plug Talk, and I've got a pretty decent investment portfolio on a personal level. I mean, shit, I'm not $2 million in debt, and I never had to file for bankruptcy like T-Rel. But I honestly spend pretty much all of my time trying to create as much content as possible.
The shots at all times is just commendable. It really is.
Yeah,
I like that
no
gimmick,
matter
though.
how bad he's doing, he's still doing better than
Right.
niggas over there.
I got time every time. I gotta respect that. I really
Something
appreciate
so
that.
deep
Yeah.
between them niggas.
It's
God,
eternal.
that shit is fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious.
But yeah, nah, that's the.
I wish T-Rail could do it. It's just they fly too much off the deep end when they do it.
Yeah, it just goes too far.
It's- This nigga keep talking about it. It's like, okay, just take this shit. Just do what he's doing. Like the way he does it is funny,
just
but
do it.
he just
They
throws
get
you-
actually hurt.
Yeah, like they be hurt when they address that shit. I hate it, man.
This is the cool thing about No Jumpers though, is that like through the wins and the losses, there's always moments like these that Adam has to where it's like, it feels like we're all figuring this shit out together.
Yeah.
It's like,
That was super positive, man.
you know what I mean? It's like, through the wins and losses, it's like, nigga, we're all in this together.
Right.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that we're watching his first successful business.
You know what I mean?
It's
Not
it's
his first. Not his first.
Well, the evolution.
No
The blog.
Jumper.
The blog was the blog was super successful.
What blog?
The BMX blog.
What was it called, AJ?
On some shit.
This is what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Well, don't be fucking. Let's not be facetious, nigga.
Well, you asked him, nigga.
What the fuck?
But in terms of like,
What do you
very
mean by
success-
facetious?
I'm saying very successful. Like
That was
this-
very successful, man.
That's what led to this.
You're okay. You're right. Fuck it. But in terms of like everybody knowing, like, there's people that don't care about gang banging. No, there's people that don't care about gang banging that know about No Jumper.
100%.
It's people that don't want to know about Flakko, but they gotta know about Flakko. They just see his face.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like No Jumper is just bigger. It's just been on some shit. I didn't even know that was what it's called. Is that serious?
Yeah.
No,
That's where all them stickers are from.
I didn't know that was where it's from.
On
but-
some shit on the stool.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, nah.
His first successful business.
This is first, bro. Might as well be.
Oh man. All
The
right,
first one you heard about.
He's
right,
never.
yeah, and that's really what it is. That's really what it is.
He's never. He's
it was
never.
the first one that crossed your radar, respectfully, because I didn't know about the nigga until he started podcasting either.
Yeah.
I think the cool kids went there and I said, "Who is this? Who is this?"
None
nigga?
of us were into BMX, nigga.
Right, bro.
Is it? But
right.
isn't? He's never had to downsize on some shit, has he?
Yeah, they did. They had a store.
Does
They
it
upgraded the
exist
store.
anymore?
No,
He
The bike
got rid of
store-
it. Which that's
Yeah, the bike store.
It's
doesn't
worse than
exist anymore.
downsizing. It don't exist.
The store side, like the selling the bike side, I think that side is completely eliminated. Unless he still sell bikes online. I don't think he's selling bikes like he used to. He was getting bikes off for a nice little
Yeah,
minute.
nah,
though.
like by
Like
using
at
the
that
bike
at
business.
that Melrose store, they were getting bikes off.
What the fuck happened to them bikes?
COVID happened, then the store, all storefronts went away.
Yeah, niggas stopped riding bikes.
And then they went into the and then they went into the warehouse.
They started watching podcasts.
Isn't that ironic? Nobody on the road.
They went home and watched
Dead
podcasts
ass,
instead.
bro. That's really what happened.
Nigga had
though.
to pivot.
Oh
Let me start
man.
asking questions.
Oh man. All right. Olay and Friends. Our good sister.
The great
Olay.
sister Olay.
Great
Olay
sister.
and Friends. So I did Olay and Friends episode with Dom from Potty Mouth,
The young Don Dom.
FD Signifier, Olay. Wow, this is bad.
Yeah, you're a terrible co-host. Oh my god. You didn't
You
like
just have to
learn
know
these
your
niggas'
friends
names?
anyway.
This is embarrassing.
Just
Sorry.
name everybody you agree with.
Ari. I think her name was Ari. Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
y'all.
We'll take it out. It's okay.
No, leave it in. This is real.
This
real.
This ain't Ryan Clark, nigga.
This ain't Ryan Clark, nigga. This is real. But y'all know I fuck with
This
you.
ain't that
nigga, you know
pivot
what I'm saying?
shit.
Hey,
But
we don't stand for nothing. We can keep
long
it
story
in.
short, it was about
We'll fall for anything, nigga. Fuck it.
We good. We good.
But yeah, man. So we were talking about, I guess, the state of hip hop media, voyeurism, like how Trap Lord Ross, they were FD Signifier and Olay, they were pretty much saying like they taken a voyeuristic perspective on street rap and stuff like that, but the way that they make their documentaries. And I guess niggas were kind of upset.
Yo, were you a part of this conversation, nigga? Were you there?
Hey, Jay, I feel you. I just keep going. I feel you, though.
He's just like,
You feel me, right?
he's like, yo, Olay just called me and I show
Because
up.
I didn't feel like how these niggas was feeling.
Yeah, because
So I'm here. I'm trying to articulate their
You're trying to
points.
describe it with the same emotion they had, which is like
I'm struggling right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
struggling. I
I
know
like
one
niggas
thing.
was here and madness was everywhere.
Right.
And there was also a moment where they made fun of you for being friends with the niggas.
They was like, that's
talking
your man.
about.
But I
That's
said,
your man.
I said, hey, I do fuck with Adam. I ain't got nothing bad to say.
Hey,
I fuck with Flakko too.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
You
but,
was there playing devil's advocate.
Flakko, yeah, pretty much. Flakko was doing, he did a response video. One of the things that Flakko said I was hating on was when,
And one of them.
when I said, I guess the only thing that he said I was hating on was when they did that the No Jumper did that LA hip hop media, not LA hip hop media.
The kings of hip hop media
united, and it was Adam 22, DJ Vlad, Whack 100,
Trap
Lord Ross,
Flakko.
Poetik Flakko. Was he there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Flakko was there. No, sorry, Academics was there. Academics was there.
Something wrong.
How did we forget that?
They was just missing Nala Simone.
Yeah, and I was pretty much saying they look lame. They should never do that again. And I'm standing on that. That's not no hating shit. They did not look good together. That wasn't a good looking unit. You know what I'm saying? For on camera, let's pod together.
When we had talked about it a little bit, like not just because you're a superstar player doesn't mean you need to be next to 4 of the superstars. That might not get you a championship all the time.
Would I do it? Absolutely. If all these niggas are, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? Like I could see why Adam would do it, but seeing it, I was thinking I didn't need that. Same way I felt when I watched Ludacris. I didn't need to see that.
Do you think it's timing? Because like if these niggas were all at the height of their respective media, this would probably hit different.
Possibly because we didn't see them collab before.
Yeah,
it was the way
they collab when they was all hot,
which is true. You know
like
what I'm saying?
it kind of feels like they need each other to be all in the same room because all right, this shit going bad. Academics
if they don't validate each other, nobody will.
Yeah.
So it's like
they're naked without each other.
Watching them validate each other, I didn't like that.
And
I didn't like watching
it was
them
the
validate
way,
each other.
like y'all was saying, like the way they was first presented. It was presented as like we are the ones, and not just like yo. It's just the biggest niggas chilling.
We just happen to be here
it's
right
just the
now.
biggest niggas chilling. What can we say?
Okay,
We just big niggas, you know.
Yeah, man. It's just some niggas don't look good together as a unit. That wasn't a good looking unit.
You had a sloppy crew, nigga.
It was a sloppy crew. Dolo on the ISO, they all cold.
Yeah,
maybe not all of them, but majority of them are cold. They cold on the ISO, but as a team, that is not a dream team. On a podcast, like one room.
There's only one ball.
Yeah. So they're all individual players. They're all ISO players.
Yeah.
So I stand on that. I don't think that was no hating shit. Because I'm not downgraded. I still feel like they all put in a good amount of work, and most of them are legends in what they do. So yeah.
What about Trap Lord Ross?
He's a legend in what he does with documentaries.
Yeah, I think
100%. He's up there.
Who's Trap Lord Ross's competition?
DJ Vlad, fucking Adam 22, what he's done with the gang side of things, Academics, what he's done in just hip hop. Period. Like,
and you know he got some gang work as well.
Adam 22, not Adam, Whack 100. As annoying as he is, this nigga just doesn't stop. He's
relentless.
It's consistent, bro.
And I feel like so many people still owe him shit. Like he ain't going nowhere.
Right? Yeah. He's gonna be here
got
forever.
a few favors to cash in on.
Everybody's doing great on the ISO tip, but not together.
I fuck with Trap Lord Ross, but I felt like he just went platinum once with the little King Von shit. I know the Lil Durk video, I watched like 20 minutes of that.
What do you mean by platinum?
Like he just dropped the album and it was hot. Like that Lil Von, I said Lil Von. That King Von video was huge.
That was the one.
That shit was huge. And I'm not mad if that's
hard to top that.
If that's what we're making him be cemented as, cemented because.
That was the piece that cemented him.
He still hasn't put in the years as like academics.
Right. Exactly. No, he hasn't. But he definitely has his groundbreaking piece though.
Just one credential?
And even
it's got more, but that was the one.
And even in the short amount of time that he's popped, he puts a lot of work in to make these videos. So it's not like he's making up for lack of experience, but he's putting in work for sure. And he's the best at what he does. Like I couldn't even think who's his competition.
For documentaries, there are none.
Especially in that lane of like, all right, you know, recent and new music documentaries. Who's fucking with him?
It's him. There's no competition. He got it. He just dropped the Big U Rolling 60 shit. I think that did like 600,000 or 400,000 in 24 hours.
Yeah, he dropped the video on Cardi's Mob Ties.
I'm sure it's at 2 million now. I mean, I'm sure it's at $1 million now at least. Because it was at like 400, 500,000 when I saw it in a day. So I didn't watch the whole thing, just when I saw it.
Yeah.
But I know, but Dom also responded to Poetik Flakko's thing because Poetik Flakko took the position of these niggas are hating on us, and this is the woke black media side of things.
Hotep.
The Hotep side.
Yeah.
Shitting on what we do on our side.
On us degenerates.
And how hip hop isn't as meaningful to us because we don't take the same stance as them. I don't know. But Flakko didn't get the point.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It happens.
Even though he probably did get the point, but for this video, I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
He didn't need the point for this video.
Yeah. Dom, y'all talked about it with Dom on last night's episode of Potty Mouth as well too, which that clip will be out. But y'all talked about it too. I might call him. And y'all want to call him or no? Because I told him stand by if I do call him.
Fuck it.
Call.
Let's do it.
Love Dom.
Let's see what he's talking about.
Yeah, niggas should probably be up.
Hell yeah. What time is it in Philly?
I know he has some words. Same as here. I know he got some words for Flakko.
Yeah, nah. You got to get
Oh,
it
yeah,
off.
nah, yeah, Dom got to get this off.
Yeah, you got to get it off.
This is the only way Flacco's going to hear it.
Yeah. Shout out to Flakko, too, by the way. Make sure you comment down below your hashtag office hours.
But yeah.
But nah, oh, and by the way, Potty Mouth, they out of Philly. You know what I mean? Some good brothers, you know, Dom and 4.
Dom and E4. Them niggas do great work. Been paying attention for a minute now. We leaving all this in? Beautiful.
It's all about the suspense.
We don't even know if he's going to answer.
Please leave your message for.
Let's leave it. Let's leave a message. Oh, damn, we can't.
Okay. Just mark that so I can pull the first two numbers out.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're saying, that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, we didn't. That was unplanned. It doesn't matter because he kind of went into depth. I'll just make sure. I might just insert it in here. Actually,
I'll
That
tell
makes
you,
more
it's
sense.
near the end of
Yeah.
because our episode's long, but
Yeah.
it's near the end. It's literally one of the last.
I might
questions
insert
we
just
asked.
like a teaser, like 2 minutes, and then have him redirect it back to LOI. You know
I
what
was
I'm
about to
saying?
say.
I was like, Flakko, I find you interesting because I think you're smart, but you dumb it down on purpose.
Yeah.
Flakko, I said, Flakko's a man without morals. I told him this. I said, you're a man without morals. You have no morals.
Yeah.
Flakko will go wherever the accents go. And I don't, you know, on his face, there's nothing wrong with that. But when we talk about hip hop and the culture, that's when I have a problem with that. Like if you're gonna follow the accents, go do that pop shit. But you start doing our shit, it's like, come on, Flakko, have some
decor.
respect. And by the way, I'm not even one of them niggas at FBA, but Flakko is not a black American too. No, I'm not an FBA nigga, but he's not. So that kind of lends into that.
It just doesn't help.
It just makes it worse for him. That's another thing.
Yeah, it just makes it worse.
Shit.
I definitely feel what you're saying because, like, at a certain, you can't take niggas serious who you know their opinion is coming from their pockets. And like the whole point of why people fuck with you in this game is because they fuck with who you actually are, not what you presenting yourself to be.
Yeah.
Niggas don't like being lied to, and that shit don't last very long.
Yeah.
Because we'll build you up, and once we realize it was bullshit, nigga.
A lot of people that Flakko talking to, don't give a fuck. People just want their opinion parroted back to them. I think Flakko realized that. You gotta realize, Flakko is a self-proclaimed child of academics. As somebody who also grew up in that same time and was a chat nigga around that same time, me and Flakko around the same age, I get it, but at some point you gotta denounce that. If academics, while I love him and I think he was important to the culture, he also was detrimental to the culture in like a in various amounts of ways.
Yeah.
But Flakko saw that and said, I could do that better. I can do that. I can make more money off that.
I could be fruit off that tree. I could be more shameless about it.
Yeah, nah.
Potentially.
I could be way more shameless.
And he got accepted by academics too, which made it worse probably.
That'll
Probably about, like,
probably
4
make the
minutes.
most sense. Yeah, that'll make the most sense, just so they can get a nice bite size of it.
He made it very concise for us.
He did. He's a good potter, man. But
But yeah, Flakko.
I guess I don't have a response to Flakko. But the video was good that he talked about. I don't think he missed the point, but I think he understood the point, but he didn't. So
And Flakko was just
Do you think he
basically-
purposely tried to misunderstand it?
yes, I like when Flakko goes educational. They don't understand what hip hop has done for a Liberian kid like myself. I'll be like, nigga, trying to get these sympathy points off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hop
I'll
off
be
that
like,
soapbox, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, cut it out. But
You ain't no starving kid.
I think he understood, but he didn't understand at the same time. But I think he understood at the same time. So it's
So
like,
he purposely misunderstood to prove
yeah,
a point.
for sure.
Which is, it's his own thing.
Shout out to
Flacco is a
man.
reasonable ass nigga every time I've talked to him.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. I haven't talked
It's
to him and
only in
been
terms-
like, oh, you really standing on this crazy ass point. He's pretty fucking reasonable.
It's only in terms of the content.
Yeah, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's really the biggest conversation. That's how they look at it too. How like that's kind of the judgment that like FD Signifier and even Dom, like they look at those type of creators like it's disingenuous, it's just for the check kind of thing. Like it's going against what they almost
Yeah.
really believe. I'm not 100% sure how they look at it, and I can't speak for them.
Yeah.
Because I feel it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's gonna get done. Why don't a nigga do it?
It's
If
weird,
you,
though.
you know what I mean? Like if a white dude's doing it, somebody's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Why
it
don't a
is what it
nigga do
is.
it?
So why don't you why don't you make Flacco uphold the same standards as like a Ryan Clark? Like you want Ryan to be like logically consistent in that fact, but you're okay with Flacco purposely showing shit that he doesn't believe just to shape narratives for YouTube
Flacco-
content, like presenting ideas that you don't even actually acknowledge for real
What you mean?
for the sake of monetization, like purposely misunderstanding shit.
Well, I think that's what he's given us. I think the pivot is like known for grown ass conversations.
Says
like
two
with
different
men.
niches.
Yeah, it's like
so just tell me
I don't
who
ex-
you are and be that.
yeah, like I don't expect like I don't know, Playboy Cardi to be like Kendrick Lamar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what he says. But like the pivot, they present themselves as like, yo, this is one of the few podcasts that can have real black man conversation. That's what they be advertising it like that. So
About protecting
but
women.
Flacco is just like academics. I'm not going
He told
there.
you he wasn't shit,
Right, what the fuck? You know
so
what I'm saying?
we don't
Yeah.
have to hold him to a standard.
Yeah. I hold him to the standard of not being shit.
His smut is out on the table.
So you would
Smut's on the
actually have
table.
a problem if you started doing like good shit.
If it wasn't genuine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's like,
Like who's this positive Flacco?
yeah, what the fuck
you
is
doing?
this? But if it's like consistent as fuck and I see it on both sides, then I'd big it up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's keeping it 100.
Yeah.
But yeah, not if you helping hide niggas' transgressions compared to pressing them. You know, that's different. Ryan Clark is wrong. He's wrong.
And he's also a pussy, like you said.
But you said it.
That's what I heard.
I don't remember anybody saying that.
I don't either, but I'll take it. That's about it on that. I think the Netflix deals. It's like been like 2 Netflix deals.
Yeah, they both kind of suck. Kill Tony and what was the other show? Pop the Balloon.
The Balloon. And I wish I knew how to pronounce her name. Her and her husband.
Well, first of all, congratulations to both of these shows for getting a Netflix deal. You know, congratulations to that.
Well, on the front end, but just
Yeah,
the
it's
loose
product trash.
just
so.
the loose research that I've seen and that we're about to read. There's a lot of like discrepancy about like what Netflix is doing to these shows and like what like everybody loves. But
I'm really happy for the pop the balloon chick and her husband.
How many episodes of both of these shows have come out?
1.
Because it
And they were saying, we'll start with the Kill Tony review. And by the way, if you never watched Kill Tony, it's a live.
Trash. It's trash.
It's a live open mic.
It's a live open mic, and AJ says it's trash.
It sucks. So I expect the same shit quality on Netflix.
So
respectfully.
So to you,
I
it's
think you should read.
successful then.
I think you should read this because
Okay.
he's just like you. F Mac, you gotta zoom in.
So this wasn't great. And I know there's times where this show doesn't do well. It's about finding people who may not be funny. So that's going to happen and that's fine. But what I think of this episode is the vibes are so off. This feels like they're tried making an ad for a show through Netflix and maybe they put a lot of pressure on the performances because they're all were genuinely bad. I hate to see Casey just tank. Ari wasn't funny as I'm used to either. They pulled out every celebrity guest, did all the impressions, just too much. I think Tony pulled out all of his greatest hits for this, and while they're things we've come to love, I'd imagine someone seeing this for the first time would go, "What the fuck is this?" I mean, that's every episode, but this is an issue today. A better Netflix episode would have just been if they pulled a random episode and threw it on Netflix. I love seeing the regulars get such big promotion, and I just wish they'd had a lot better sets, and I think maybe this event set them up to fail. I could be overanalyzing, honestly, but this whole thing felt so awkward. Do you guys feel like that? This is just a random fan?
Yeah, well,
this is under the Kill Tony subreddit, and basically these are like...
This is just a random nigga. I thought I was reading something from Tony Hinchcliffe.
Nah, but this is a pretty accurate assessment because even I was watching it and like 10 minutes in, I was like, damn, they introduced another like heavy hitter from their lore. Like it kind of felt like they went to all that they do to really get big laughs to try to make this first Netflix episode really float. But I don't know, them niggas might have used all their ammunition.
And somebody else was talking about the mixing was off. Like the
audio sounded weird.
The regular Kill Tony show, you hear some of the audience. It's a part of like the whole thing.
Yeah,
right.
But with the Netflix, it's a lot more production. It's a lot more professional. It's no audience apparently. Somebody said the mix was definitely more stand-up special as opposed to Kill Tony live and loud.
Yeah.
The band's volume was muted. The crowd was muted. I think it was a bad choice of mix in that way. Kill Tony needs that live ambiance. This is somebody on Reddit.
You gotta hear the live reactions to it too.
I don't think there's any reason that they should have given the production to somebody else. If it's something as successful as Kill Tony, then I don't need your crew to come in. I give you our production.
Can't you say the same for Pop the Balloon though?
And maybe Netflix was like,
I don't know though. Isn't that the whole point of signing with these niggas? Like at least you get some better cameras.
I think you can get better cameras, but why aren't
same
the same
cameramen?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly. That's how I feel about it.
I think that's
if
the
I'm bringing
slippery
something
slope.
This
though.
successful to you, my leverage, my negotiation leverage is that much, and that's going to help prevent issues like this.
Yeah.
In general, especially something as simple as mixing. If White Man's and FMAC aren't the ones back there, and we sign some deal with somebody, and we got two random niggas back there, they're just now on mics. And then people are complaining because our episodes don't sound like the episodes how they always sound. That's our fault.
Yeah.
Because why the fuck didn't I structure it to where, nigga, we gonna make the product and we give it to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to upgrade our cameras, that's amazing actually. Bring some niggas in here to teach us how to set it up correctly, but step back.
Then leave.
But you can leave because we got this.
Yeah.
The only part that was really missing was miking up the crowd. Like the cameras were cool, but
the band being muted too.
Yeah, but they just lost that live touch. And that's another thing with comedy, even like with certain comedy specials, the way they film them, if the audience isn't mic'd up too, the shit seems like they're not funny.
Oh yeah.
Laughing is contagious. So it's like if you hear other people laughing too, it's like, okay, everybody's having a good time.
Yeah. And this
I'm
is
not
like
the only one laughing at this.
This is the complete opposite of the last comment we wrote because, it's mixed reviews. This guy said, I saw a ton of posts about how the Netflix episode was boring, not the same, yada, yada, yada. Fuck are you guys just toxic or depressing? Not only was it cleaner looking, it was indeed actually pretty funny. It was literally a regular episode. What the fuck were you expecting? Nothing was different aside from a few guest appearances. You guys would bitch if they tried to go all out, but you guys bitch because they didn't. Why is it so hard to be positive instead of negative all the time? Legit, Reddit seems to be a cesspool of toxic, ungrateful fucks who can't appreciate anything you guys say. But yeah, this is what he said. And yeah, a guy under it was like, it was good.
Hold up, nigga. You got to read that whole thing. I read my whole thing.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't because I couldn't read it. Legit Reddit.
Yeah, we proving ourselves, nigga.
Legit.
Right.
Hey, all right, fuck it. I'm about to make it
We're
good.
slacking on this shit.
Legit Reddit just seems to be a cesspool of toxic, ungrateful fucks who can't appreciate anything at all. I'm glad they didn't go all out and change the show I've loved for years, but at the same time, I think it would be fine if they did learn to appreciate what you've got instead of constantly shitting on absolutely everything all the time. And yeah, It was just overall like a different feel to it. And it was the same opinion with the Pop the Balloon shit. It was like magazines talking about that shit. Like
So
white
real
women
quick-
about how off it was.
So real quick, the show that y'all love, Kill Tony, y'all didn't watch the Netflix?
Well,
No,
not yet.
I just talked about
Andrew.
watching it. We didn't say, you know, we loved it and we like it.
Not yet, nigga.
But you know, you only think in black and white.
Yeah.
It's
turns
love
it-
and hate.
it
There's
turn-
no like, oh, I kind of fuck with that shit.
Yeah,
Nope, nah, we gotta go.
Yeah, you're an
Which-
extremist.
Which one is it?
Thank God you wasn't born in the Middle East.
Which one is it?
Look,
Phenomenal.
I do wish I have nothing to say about it. I have nothing to say about it yet.
Because you can't.
I can't.
You're right.
But for what you've watched, you didn't watch all of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of it.
I
But it
wouldn't
didn't.
dare
It wasn't
watch
like.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all. The thing with Kill Tony is that like that's how it goes.
To what you said, right? And I think it was in another one of the comments. They put a lot of emphasis on the professional comedians, which that's not what the show was all about. Like that's just a bonus because you know they're gonna fucking be funny.
Yeah.
But the actual funny part is you know the amateurs and the laymen's at the professional. But I mean,
They didn't even know that it was a live taping for Netflix until he said it like 15 minutes in, or maybe like 10.
Look,
Yeah, you just got clipped up. I don't know what you said, but you fucked up.
Hey, man.
He's twiddling his
So you
thumbs.
felt like it was the same product that we get on YouTube? When you watched it?
Yeah.
You do. You feel like it was. Okay.
and AJ's like,
It was
yep,
the
that's why
exact
these
same
reviews
niggas
are
up
the way
there.
they are.
Well, no,
Look,
no. If it was the same product,
Cam
then there
Patterson
wouldn't,
did
there,
real
wouldn't, there,
good.
wouldn't, there wouldn't be mixed reviews. If it was the same product we get on YouTube.
Well, not necessarily because you don't like it and it was on YouTube. And it's a lot.
I don't like the YouTube, but
it's a
if
lot
it
of
was the
niggas
same
like you.
product from YouTube to Netflix, there wouldn't be any complaints. Unless when they put it on Netflix, they found a bunch of niggas like me. I highly doubt that. It's a successful show. They don't do just a couple 100,000. These niggas do M's.
Yeah,
every
I mean,
episode. So
Love. What's that show?
They should have had a great
Love Boat Union or whatever.
Love Island is a successful show, but I've never watched that shit. America, Australia, no matter what country they do, I would probably never watch it.
Never
but
happened.
it's a successful show.
What was that one show that TDS tried to get us to go on? The Circle?
Yes.
That shit was huge.
Yeah,
I've
apparently-
never seen a clip.
Yeah, they had an open call and niggas was like, yo, y'all should be on it.
Y'all should have been.
The Circle.
I might
But
if somebody offered me some reality TV shit, I'll do it. I don't know what character I play yet.
No, they weren't offering us a role.
Yeah,
they were saying
nah.
that we should try to get ourselves on.
yeah,
there.
you'd have to send a video of you and
It's been every couple of years. Every couple of years, Raleigh does like somebody talks about doing some sort of like local creative reality TV
casting
show
call.
for like a local Raleigh
Yeah.
show, like Raleigh influencers, and then all that ever comes out is a poster, and it's just funny. And I've always clowned it every time I've seen the poster. I'm like, look at this goofy ass shit. But now, now for some reason, I just want to do it just to do goofy ass shit. Just think it'd be funny.
You become what you
Until
hate.
it happens, yeah.
Yeah. But it's never gonna come because all I've ever seen is a poster. I've never seen an episode ever of this shit.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't doing that much around here to be doing that.
Yeah, it's not that
You
much
trying
drama.
to come with me to work, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Nigga, we have one episode story arcs.
Right, yeah,
Like, they
bro.
figured that shit out in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not about to get drunk all day on camera like other reality TV shows, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot of
chilling and shit.
it's gonna be a lot of Skype. It's gonna be a lot of chilling, nigga. Skype calls with Sean.
and shit.
Emails.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't crossing paths and being like, yeah, so whatever happened to like a couple weeks ago when you was at when you was at the poorhouse, you know what I'm saying? I heard there was a little something happening upstairs in the green room. That doesn't happen, nigga. Like
Yeah.
niggas aren't doing that now. We can't fake it for camera.
Yeah, nah,
So
man.
nah.
We won't throw drinks.
I guess
on
I
niggas.
will say some people are doing that. Like the people that are still going to like shows like 3-4 days a week.
Yeah.
I've been out of that though. That's too much.
O'Reilly does have some stupid drama now, I think about it. We can't say their names, but you remember that one exchange that happened over Twitter over like $20?
Oh my god.
That it was one of those like
I
petty,
do,
stupid
but I
ones.
don't. I just remember it was stupid.
Yeah, it was just stupid.
If you said the name, it would come back. But yeah, that's
I
just
can't
stupid.
say the
Just
name.
mark it.
Uh,
I remember that.
Who was it
Just
with though?
Don't say it too many times.
Yeah.
Damn, I just remember how stupid it was. I just can't.
It was stupid. And it was big.
It was big.
It was
It was
$20.
big. I remember it was
pretty
big.
big.
It was big. It was
Damn,
big.
It was like a war. Like, nigga, it was split. It was like
It
you was just
was.
on this side and that
It was,
side.
it was.
They
I
just
forgot
divided
what it was
Raleigh.
about.
But nigga, it only gets good like that every couple of years. Like,
You know what I mean?
Because that was
We
good.
still living off that.
We still living off that moment. That was a good moment. We had one, Baby Boy Jody on Thrill Podcast.
Baby Boy Jody.
Lit, nigga. What? That podcast fucked Raleigh up, nigga.
Word.
What? That shit fucked niggas up. I had never met the nigga. And he said, yo, I just want to tell you about my story. I'm linking it to the description. Y'all have to see. Even if you don't know this nigga, this story is fantastic. He was like, I was at the top of the rap. I was getting invited to everything. Yeah, you know that bitch? Yeah, fuck that bitch. She do coke anyway. Like, the nigga was on bullshit, dropping names. Oh, it was fantastic, nigga.
That's great.
I sent DMs out to everybody he mentioned. I said, hey, I've recorded an episode. I know I don't know you.
With this madman.
He used your name. That's it. I just want you to
What's
know.
his name?
Baby Boy Jody.
That nigga sounds great.
Yeah.
Having Jody in your
His
name
whole
after
name is
Baby
after
Boy.
a movie.
Yeah,
After,
bruh.
yeah. Like,
Legendary episode. Everybody needs to watch that for real, for real. That shit was good. That shit fucked Raleigh up for niggas was like, so what did he say? Can you send it to me before you drop? I'm not doing that. I'm just letting you know you should probably listen to this.
Get ready.
Because your name wasn't favorable.
Yeah.
I didn't dogpile, but hey.
yeah.
That nigga did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He talked about gripping niggas up, slapping niggas, all type of shit. Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
talked about it all. So just know it's coming tomorrow.
AJ said, we don't take nothing out over
Nigga,
here.
that episode, this is before Homeroom and all that shit. Nigga, that episode was getting me recognized in Fayetteville. Niggas was like pulling up and be like, you AJ? Yo, I seen that Baby Boy Jody shit. That episode legendary, nigga. That shit fucked niggas up locally.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
that-
you was asking them questions, dog.
Yo, that shit. No, he's a character. He didn't need me.
He just wrote.
We were the vessel. That's it.
Oh,
he was
man.
That nigga was gonna flow regardless.
It's almost like you was in his
Have
way.
you seen him since?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, it's a good nigga. I fuck with that nigga. Yeah, he a good nigga, bro. I just seen him.
Yo, we should fuck Raleigh up.
I literally just seen him
Baby Boy
actually.
Jody back.
I seen him like 2-3 weeks ago, actually.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I
dropping new
fuck with
these
Jody,
niggas.
bro.
Yeah, nah, that ass nigga, we might have to fuck Raleigh up.
Yeah, bro.
One time.
Yeah, bro. But
But yeah,
let's hit the pop the balloon shit.
yeah, you just got to be careful. The main overarching theme of this, you know, you got to be careful going to these corporations, you know, just because they have the bag and a couple different incentives, you still have to watch your creative property because it might not get used properly. You
And
know,
we also can't be too hasty, right?
bars
Because these
right
are
there.
just like the first episodes of these shits.
it's literally the first episode.
incarnations.
But what they were saying about that pop the balloon shit, yo, F-Mac, click on that link. This is a hype video for those of y'all. It's a black they talk about black stuff. Hype plus. Nah, it should be
Who's that white woman's face that keeps popping
the
up?
fuck. Oh yeah. Yeah, that
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Like when it's like log in.
Yeah.
What is that on Instagram?
It might be an AI bitch.
Is this pop the balloon?
Yeah, so this is a hype. They're talking about it, and basically,
gotcha.
a lot has happened. Apparently, they whitewashed it. It's a lot of white women now. They're doing black stuff, but they're white. Let's just play it.
Series on YouTube aren't too happy with this new Netflix version, with some social media users calling it whitewashed. Last night on Thursday, Netflix would stream its first live episode of Pop the Balloon, which was adapted from Arlene Amelie and her husband BM's YouTube series titled the same thing. Now, the announcement of the adaptation gained controversy from the very beginning due to the show's original host, Amelie, being removed as an on-screen talent in favor of actress Yvonne Orji, which some fans expressed displeasure with. Despite this, both Amelie and her husband, BM, were giving executive producer credits on the Netflix version. With Amelie no longer being the host, fans were already worried about Netflix possibly gentrifying the show that was able to garner over 100 million viewers without the help of a streamer. However, now that the first episode is available, the new version seems to have lived up to everyone's fears. After watching, one user on social media would write, Netflix had gold in their hands. All they had to do was give Arlene and BM the platform to do a live version of their show. The version is not only inauthentic, but corny. What's the point of it being live? Feels like paid actors. Another social media user would end up asking why a new version was needed in the first place.
Pause. Thank you, FMAC. And if you want, you can skip like 20 seconds. We might need to play that.
I do feel that. Why does it
Appreciate
have to be
that.
live?
Why does I don't. I think
This could be easily beautiful pre-recorded.
The
Why is it
same
in
reason.
a different room? Like, why are we not at what works?
The same reason why Dom, in the episode that y'all watch, the show, Potty Mouth,
Mondays.
Why he was telling us, we should stream. Like live streaming is the new wave. Like it's just a new form that people are probably going to be focusing on more, especially at night, because I'm pretty sure this premieres around 8, family time, dinner time, that whole vibe. So but this is statistics is why it's live. It's not even because they wanted it to, probably is.
But it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a show that works in live format. I feel like Netflix really hasn't had one of those live events really pay off.
It depends.
Yeah, the roast did. That Tom Brady? Nigga, that shit was crazy.
So the roast and the fights. But other than that, it's
Jake
like
Paul, that shit was lit.
Other than that, I don't know. Even the live comedy specials.
I think the Joe Rogan comedy special was successful, even though it wasn't funny.
What do you mean? Well, then it wasn't successful.
He wasn't successful. It was just, but he delivered.
Success. Oh my God.
I think the fact that it was live ruined it too.
Yeah, this is not a show we ever watch live. Why the fuck do I need to watch it live now?
It's no point in keeping it live.
It's like they're not.
This shit has always been dead.
Yeah, it's always been produced. Give me the show recorded. What the fuck?
Give me what I want, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Exactly how I had it.
F-Mac, let's hear a couple more seconds.
Online users would note that most of the contestants on the show passed the paper bag test, once again alluding to the fact that Netflix whitewashed the show, which of course is a huge difference to the predominantly black contestants that were featured on the original. Another issue viewers seem to have a problem with were the presence of social media influencers and former reality stars. Comparatively, the YouTube series featured more everyday contestants looking to find love.
Right, that was the
Pause. This is a quick point, but like I haven't watched it, but just from what they've shown of the Netflix show, I can already tell it's that type.
I don't even like what it looks
of
like.
women.
Soulless.
Why is it on a fucking purple background? Why don't I have the white room background with that wood thing, that little Chinese wall?
Because
You know what I'm talking about?
you don't know what consumers like, AJ.
I do.
Netflix does.
Consumers like the show that was so popular, got a Netflix deal. Same with fucking Kill Tony, and these niggas want to switch it up.
Yeah, on
Look at the deal.
YouTube. But it's different over
You're
here.
producing-
That's what they're saying.
No,
it's different
not.
over here.
You need to treat
It's
it
different
like
over here.
the same shit. It's crazy. This is crazy.
I think you're playing Netflix advocate, right?
Hey, Netflix
Yes,
advocate.
yes.
F-Mac, play it.
The addition of the other reality show stars made it feel less authentic. One contestant, Johnny Bananas, known from shows like The Real World and The
That's where
Challenge,
he's from.
made headlines for his comments that were perceived as racist.
Who on the stage would have been your type? Like for real.
I mean, we're gonna start with the toes. Let's see.
Oh, thank
She's
God.
got really pretty toes.
Me?
You've got really pretty toes. You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
Me? Oh, you don't want this show from me, Daddy.
In response, one social media user would write, Johnny Bananas wasted no time.
Damn.
Hold on, that was crazy.
That is nuts.
That was nuts, nigga. He called her a monkey. That was crazy. He either called her a monkey or a bat.
And that's the thing, right?
That was wild. No,
There's
that was
so
wild.
many different analogies and metaphors to say a
spider.
woman's feet is hard and like just rough. Like it's looking like it's steady.
It's a lot of things he could have
It's
said.
calluses.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was
hooves.
trying to say. Bitch, you got calluses.
How
Hang
bad
from
were her
a
feet
tree,
actually
though?
though?
I don't. It was probably
Go back.
sexy feet.
Her
They were
feet couldn't
probably
have been that
beautiful.
bad,
We'll be able
dog.
to see- I think
She
they
wouldn't
showed
have
her-
worn open-toed shoes.
Yeah, there's no way they were that bad.
There's no way her.
I think her feet look good.
See if it's zoom in on this.
I can see from here that they're probably okay.
You've got really pretty toes. You look like
Those are her feet.
Go back like half a second.
Right there. Are you crazy?
Her big toe is big, and that's the only thing that could possibly be wrong.
And it might not even. I don't even think it's big.
It
looks
just
normal.
might just be elevated.
It just to the angle we're looking at it right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying?
Those are nice feet.
Yeah, what the fuck? These are normal feet. It could be very bad. It could be so much worse than this.
They're almost the same complexion as the feet he liked.
Well, that's the.
But the comment was crazy. It looked
Yeah,
like you
that-
could be hanging upside. It looked like you sleep hanging upside down from a tree.
Yeah, now that I think about it,
he meant that?
What?
Yeah, it doesn't make any like. That doesn't make any sense.
Unless he is if he said
But I know-
sleep from a tree, then that's a bad.
That's a bad.
He said sleep, I think.
If
Hit
he
play?
said sleep
He said hanging.
upside down from a tree.
You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
Me? Oh, you don't want this show from anybody.
Yeah.
Well, like, why did he have so much vigor for it? Did she
Exactly.
Did she roast him earlier in the show? Like,
She
this
must
seems like
have.
a
She must
this
have.
seems like a
Maybe.
response.
It
And-
does. It feels like a clapback.
Because
Yeah.
why would he have all that for?
Yeah.
Like, this is a show full of women. You might be able to fuck eventually, right? Isn't that the point?
We might also be forgetting what his shtick is. Like the real world, if you was a dude on there, you was an asshole. So he
Not
could.
all of them.
No,
all
There was
the ones that
always
you
a
remember.
asshole.
Maybe the nigga's named Johnny Bananas. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Nah, all right. Let's just hear.
F Mac should be on Real World. I think he'd do good. He'd be the nice guy, fucking all the hoes.
Yeah.
But I would want him to be evil,
He
like
would be-
on the sly.
He'd be evil in the confessional room, but like when he's
That's where he tells the
but when he's like interacting with niggas, it's like, no, bro, we on the same team, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. F Mac is
She's totally into you.
Yeah, he's
And she's
dirty
sucking my
back in the
dick.
club.
Yeah.
Talking about, I don't know, bro. She just like forced herself on me. I don't know.
She told me y'all had broke up. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was good, bro. We talked about this. dog.
The first
Thought we
black
didn't love
dude
hoes.
to join a white frat. He looked like F Mac.
Bros over hoes, bro. After he already hit the bitch. He
Yeah.
already hit the pussy.
He's like, my relationship with you is more important than anything.
Right.
we
I
ever
already
had.
after he got it already. Oh my god, that's what them niggas used to be on the Real World. They used to be on bullshit like that.
They used to be on bullshit.
Hanging up
Yeah.
from trees.
Fucking each other.
Y'all trying to hear more?
Yeah, a
Not
couple more
really, that
seconds.
was a
Couple
little
more
crazy.
seconds.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
This
In
will
response,
be it.
one social media user would
Wasted
write,
no time.
Johnny Bananas wasted no time calling the black lady a monkey. Another would say, 10 minutes in, and Johnny Bananas already called a black woman a monkey. It looks like the Netflix version of Pop the Balloon is clearly a different version than what made viewers gravitate towards the show in the first place. Luckily, Amelie will continue to host the original version on YouTube for those who still want the interactions from everyday people, as opposed to reality stars and social media influencers.
And
So,
Yeah, that's another thing.
which
we
is
didn't mention.
I had no idea.
These shows both still have their YouTube like platforms,
which is great.
It's just special episodes that happen to go up on Netflix. You
Which
know?
is what that contract must look crazy. I don't know how that works. Like,
it's colorful.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like yo, we
couple initials there.
We'll
couple
give
of-
you some work, and you work your corner, but we still gonna be working ours.
Yeah, splitting the drugs.
Just stay over there. But yeah, this whole conversation, hey man, just be wary. Be wary of these corporations and
before you sell your soul,
how you'll be used, because the true fans that's been there for a while might just turn on you, and the new fans you're trying to get might not even like you. So really, all depends.
You can't please nobody. Just keep doing you.
But man, oh man, I love this part of the show. Yo, man, this is the part where we would be answering y'all questions, but we already told y'all why that's not happening at the beginning of the episode. So if you didn't hear that, go back and re-listen to all this shit.
Yeah.
But comment down below your hashtag office hours, partner at the end of the show. We're gonna answer your questions next week. Promise. If you're in the Discord, you can also leave your office hours there, because we're gonna be checking it, even though I've been slacking. But yeah, man, appreciate all the love. Like the video, share, subscribe. Again, all the people that was we're adding Dom, right? Dom shit.
Yeah.
Potty Mouth
into that conversation.
Yes,
about the Flakko
yes,
thing.
yes,
Again, man, shout out to Potty Mouth and Four and a Dom. Good brothers right there. But hey, man, we did our job. Jay Nobles,
A Brown Music,
AJ the Menace,
F Mac on the boards.
Still me.
Get better, white man.
Get better, white man.
Yo, we're terrible friends. Nobody called to check on this nigga, see if he made it home, see if he's alive.
While we're recording, we can't. This is about the business now.
We don't
stand for
time,
nothing,
nigga.
But we have